Go down to the bottom right-hand corner.
I'm already mad.
So they don't hear us in the stream, huh?
No, they can't hear us at all.
Damn thing.
No, there's no way I could possibly figure out how to fix this myself.
According to this person, though, there it is. I don't know if that means the sound or it.
Whoop. That's what that means.
Oh.
Thanks, Holly. Whoop! There it is.
That's the sound.
Can't go wrong with that very current pop culture reference.
We're really hip and happening.
You're on the cusp.
All you children out there with your music tastes.
The pulse of the people, right there.
Wub wub wub.
So, all right. Well, if the sound is back, we're gonna do this.
Thank you for identifying.
Episode 52.
Woo!
13.52. And here's the announcements. Get ready. Get set. Go. Monday campaign. Last page. Also 7:30. Back next week, which might be this week. No, it's still next week because there's a week change. Meh. Advertise socials. That's literally a bullet point.
Do it.
But that
It's a
shouldn't be.
command.
That's a heading. It
Yeah,
should be its own bullet point. There's formatting issues. All right.
Sorry.
Twitter.
I updated it on my phone while at work.
I'll find someone with like an English background to fix this.
Okay.
It's good.
Let me know when you find one.
Unfortunately, there's Twitter for updates. Roll it slant, new content, stuff there. Check it out. YouTube, previous episodes, check it out. Rollslant.com, backgrounds, check it out. Close art, character art, check it out. Attributions, see it's its own heading. That's the correct heading. Kevin McLeod, thanks Kev. If you're watching, awesome. Good work. I like to put you on repeat. So that's my thing. Roll20 for VTT, Roll20 for Spotlight program, Roll20 for all of the fun we're having. Custom character art, subscriber emotes. Kayla Scott. Is Kayla back? Yes, Kayla is chewing. The one
back.
chewing for character art and subscriber emotes. Check her out on Twitter for the chewing crazy. Jubilucky at the Twitters. On the Twitter. At the Twitter? At Jubilucky at Twitter. On Twitter. Dang it. All right, anyway, we're done with all this junk. Ta-da! That's the announcements. We'd like to recap last week's craziness.
We're hit points. Episode over.
There are some hurdles for the party to overcome, and it might be in the most dire of all situations they've ever found themselves in. But
Undoubtedly.
don't worry, the confidence oozing from the characters is palpable.
Theo Palpatine.
It is orange juice without the pulp. So
Palpatine.
it's like Ovaltine.
Oh god.
With pulp. Without.
Palpatine.
I don't know where we're going with this, but what I'm gonna do is we're gonna say, "Hey, somebody recap it for us," and then I'll fix what they mess up. Nobody.
In a world where rests are
I
no
said
longer
recap.
an option, the party finds themselves slowly, gradually losing all of their resources. They tried to rest and were successful, but the rest was not as restful as they would have liked. There was undead just outside the door, but to greet them, they found something even more terrifying. It was a small monk. She went outside. They hit her a lot, just like deer.
What?
And after that, there was a big boom, and the boom in the room was the bard Cadaverous. Then followed by a turning of undead that turned some heads from Tio, from downtown, rolling a little late in the initiative order, but able to do it, and they were safe. For the moment. But on the other side of the dungeon, there was other things afoot. What feat, you ask? mainly Ghislaine's feet. She was hiding in the darkness, a small corner that is perhaps a metaphor for her ability to feel emotions and relate to other people that aren't small and dead. That's where she hid. And the vampires, despite rules of action economy that were ignored, had many stealth opportunities to check and see. And they did, and despite their best efforts, they did not bumble into revealing Ghislaine, and she hid in said corner, not only from them, but also from the impending demise of the entire party. But when it looked like things were neutral to non-dangerous for her, the party stumbled their way over to help, and in doing so, initiated the final combat of the session. Ladies and gentlemen, storming in through the door came Jesse, quickly met by several vampire spawn who did not think their situation sucked too bad, but despite the automatic grapples that were achieved after hitting on their first attack, a weird mechanic that exists only in vampire spawn, Jesse was able to manage to avoid the 0 hit point status, which would have still made her healthier than Cadaverous is. And with that, and a slow plink 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 of Ghislaine's arrows, the party was able to defeat a room full of vampire spawns to find themselves yet again in a dubious situation of, where are we? Can we rest? And oh god, we're going to die. The rooms to the south are filled with questions, but there is a big door looming in their future that could perhaps have all of the answers. Which direction will the party go? Who will die? No one knows. Find out this episode on Lions and Crows.
That was so good.
I hated that.
Sorry, I had everyone muted. What was? Well,
It was
not
the
bad,
perfect
not bad.
recap.
It's like a 3 of 10. That's what I got for you, 3 of 10. But not bad. Not
Hey,
bad.
that's like half of 10.
That's 2 more than I figured you'd do. So, yeah, well recapped. If you guys could follow that and not the mania behind it, absolutely.
Eat your food.
The party finds themselves bereft of resources, having destroyed just the last of the vampire spawn in this area. You now know that there is more to explore. You are indeed hurting. Let's move straight to the map at hand.
We need Kevin MacLeod to write a royalty-free version of that song so we can play it as an
Dun, dun,
interlude.
dun, dun, dun. Wait, what?
Oh no.
A few.
Oh no, Timur, I have eyes on everything. Take it away from me.
Okay, I'm gonna change this then because that's no good.
I do not have
Here,
eyes on everything.
Here, go to Esham's. Because that's just
Ah!
the map.
Not this place again.
The basement. Then we'll go over down to the bottom of the tower.
We're going so
Wow.
many
Back
places.
to the splash screen.
My
Let's-
life is flashing before my eyes.
So let's
Literally.
let's take a look at what TOA should be able to see. TOA
just
does
had a
not have
permission.
view of everything on
I
my
don't know
screen.
how I got it.
I didn't change anything. It looks correct on my screen. Did anyone else experience cheater vision?
No. I actually
get the
expressly...
opportunity.
So in my vision of supposedly everybody's token, I actually don't have vision of Tio's token, which usually doesn't matter because...
Ascended to godhood, apparently.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna delete Tio's token on
Doghood.
the map. I'm gonna move Tio's token back on the map if I can find it. Let's see.
Goathood.
There's TOA.
Stop.
It's next to your spiritual weapon. Whoop.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on.
That new token for some reason has 73 hit points. Have you been updating?
Have you been updating your hit points?
Yeah, he has 73 hit points because we got a short rest in. And I haven't been hit.
You're 100% healthy.
I haven't been hit
She has
since
me
the
hit
short
once.
rest. They
She's
keep
taking
missing
no damage.
or they don't hit me. Yeah,
You should
I keep
try to
trying.
help out the party. I'm just saying,
you have-
others.
I know that you have seen me get in front of people and stand in front of people and like wave my arms and like show my cleric symbol and all that, and that's where I'm at.
All right, so I'm gonna move you back. Do tell if you're cheating again.
I will.
No, don't memorize the map. Tell me now.
No,
if
I'm
you're
not.
cheating.
It says mapping dungeons, critically hitting, recalculating Steam, rolling 1d20.
We're not on Steam. This is Roll20.
The amount of time it's taking to load makes me think that it may still be the supervision.
Supervision.
It still needs to load the entire map, regardless
Holly,
whether you can see it or
Dora,
not.
Casey, Beth, are you guys correct in vision?
I am
I am
correct
correct
as far
in
as I can
vision.
tell.
Reload one more time.
I believe 3 of 4 of you. But I
Which
think the other one would definitely exploit it if they could.
which one, Beth?
I didn't say Beth. What?
Map hacks.
Okay, I can't see anything now.
At
Other than
all.
us. I can see us.
You can see something.
So you can see the room
Sorry.
you're in.
I could see a lot more than.
Don't know
than
what to believe.
us.
Yeah, I don't
Believe
know
me
what to
that
believe anymore.
I can't see anything now other than us. I saw a lot before, and I can't see anything.
Such
Okay,
as?
so I'm gonna need you to say the words. I can see the room. Some of the.
I can see the
features.
room with
There
the
we
beds
go.
and
Okay,
us.
sure. All right.
Yeah,
Can you see clearly
So-
now?
I can see clearly now.
Please, please don't. All right. Powerade.
Worried.
I'm not sponsored. I could be.
Roll it slant neither endorses nor unendorses Powerade as a
Personally,
brand.
I endorse it.
Roll
Personally.
it slant
no
is
money.
neutral on Powerade.
So it has
Because it
power
stands.
and it has AIDS or aid.
Oh no.
ADE.
Addie.
So, well, if that's what they want to say. Okay, so everybody's been loaded onto the screen now that our first of likely many problems with Roll20's updating on each person, because we have people in all. I understand some people are on the beach, other people are in England. It's just, everyone's everywhere. So
We are a global group.
let's work with what we have on the screens right now. What would the party like to do? You've just destroyed the last of the vampires. Whew. Cadaver's remains extra hurt. And Jesse does too. And if you spread out, maybe you'll see each other's hit point totals. But currently, you're
4
standing
hit
on each
points.
other's bars. Yeah.
Well, if you add up 3 of the 5 of you, we have 17 hit points total.
This is going really well for us. I have about 5 confidence.
Really, can I die yet?
Gislin, would you like to exit into the hallway?
I would like. Oh, is the door closed?
The door is not closed because there was a lot of
Yes.
combat at the door.
I will.
I'm going to remove some of the bodies to make it easier.
let the bodies hit
on
the door. Let the bodies hit the door.
Bandwidth, maybe? I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
The hallway is indeed filled with undead chunks. You've had a lot of combat in the hallway initially when you first got here a few sessions ago. And certainly the latest little additions, right where you're almost standing, also add to the flavor. But the door here is open. There's also a green dot there. I don't know who's doing that. All the way down, actually. You should have vision as far as you'd like, or are capable of.
I do indeed. Well, shall we?
Right there. Marching on, are we?
Actually, you guys, I think we should try to rest in the main room again.
Let's go die to the big bad guy. Let's go die to the big bad guy. I have
4 hit points. Let's go. Go ahead, Tio.
Go die
I don't
to
think
the
we
big
should at
bad
least-
guy. Let's go.
I mean,
die.
they're going to come anyway if we rest or not. So why don't we try to rest? Again,
It's
I'm
it's-
serious.
you can't.
Well, because if we go and fight, then there is a set number of enemies. But if we sit here, we magically generate more and more enemies.
Magically is actually the correct term in this point. We're playing in a magical setting.
But why male models?
I think at this point, it's best to just go ahead, because otherwise we're gonna be generating more fights that we wouldn't have otherwise, which is just gonna further drain our already extremely depleted resources.
If we kill the man creating the bad men won't come.
Alright.
I'm gonna bring up the rear, Tio. You go on ahead now.
Any of you, I want to heal you, and I don't want to do that when you're dead, but I feel like that's the only way.
It is the only way.
And that's a horrible feeling.
It is a horrible feeling. Would you like some jerky?
I think it would make me sick currently.
Since people are moving around on the map, I would like you to realize that your conversations are echoey hallway conversations.
Just real quick, they haven't moved anywhere yet. So
Well, yes, but they're at the hallway entrance, and others have moved all the way down. So just be aware that if you're talking to each other and you're not next to them, that is loud.
I'm not talking anymore.
Jessie has decided that the rest of you can. Oh, there she comes. Okay.
I would like to stealthily move forward from this point.
I'll stay here. I do want to go with
You may roll a stealth check to represent how quietly you roll. Also, who is currently in possession of torches? Can we get a show of hands, please? Show of torches.
you.
Mainly, Cadaverous, are you using a torch right now? Do you have a light source?
yes.
Okay. So, let's just make sure that's correct on your icon. Yeah, it certainly is. And Jesse, do you also have a torch?
I don't.
You
I
do not.
had light previously. I should not have it now. I think
Okay.
it was taken away from me last session.
I believe that is actual. Yeah, that does sound accurate. So, Gislin, you've rolled, I assume, but I haven't clicked over to there because I was moving players. There it is. Oh, beautiful stealth.
And are these doors fully open?
Those doors are fully open, as they were left fully open.
Are they, and they are closable, or is there stuff, dead bodies there or something? I don't remember.
The dead bodies have they've just added to the ambiance, but you could certainly close the doors.
I would like to, seeing what I see up there, and the things that I see up here, they don't appear to be noticing me or moving this way yet.
Well, based on measuring, shall we?
I am in bright light, thanks.
You are in bright light.
I am moving
But no,
forward.
there is no call for them to be looking in that direction. So I will determine that given some careful maneuvering, you should easily be in the darkness again.
All right, yeah, I'm no longer there. Actually, I can hide in dim light, I have discovered, because of my wood elf trait.
You can hide in dim light, but you are not
Yes.
invisible
Correct.
in dim light. Okay, so that is indeed something
Yeah, but I mean, it's still,
different. Yeah.
that would have been relevant in last week's episode. I would like to, as quietly as possible, close these doors.
Okay.
Oh wait, these are giant, loud, noise-making doors, aren't they?
They had been larger set of doors, but that being said, giant's not quite the correct word. And given some, let's call it just a stealth roll. If you manage to do it carefully, you should have no problem.
Okay, so it is possible to do quietly.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I would like to attempt to close the doors. And you said stealth?
Please. I'm just going to use that to represent the roll, and that you immediately notice works quietly. They don't seem to have reacted to it, as they are indeed not looking that way. Here, I'll move it up to the top part, so it should be better now.
Do I see something here?
You do. You see a very small-looking undead. It appears to be a shadow, which is almost the what's clearly like the lowest one you've encountered. You only saw it when you initially came into the crypt. It was there were a bunch in that first room where the others are now, but they were easily handled. This one seems to be just kind of circling very, very, very tightly in a rotation around the spot it's in.
Does it notice me?
It has not looked at you at all, although it has clear vision to when into the light. It wouldn't see you past. You're in the darkness right now, aren't you? Let's take a look. You are. You're absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because of where the light currently is.
I would like to shoot and kill it, hopefully.
Okay. Sure.
So yes,
I'll let you have an
advantage?
attack roll. Sure.
Okay.
And it would be an advantage.
All
It's
right.
quite unaware of you.
A little sharpshooter longbow. And we pray for good things. 23, I'm guessing, hits.
23 does hit. You do recall that these are a little harder to hit as they are more ethereal than their friends, but
solid.
magical
It's not
damage
great.
more than enough as it is
29.
destroyed.
And I'll just turn back because I'm now in bright light again and just say, well, not say, but do this. And I point back at the door.
I think what Casey's trying to do is get people to role play.
Do I...
I nudge Davros in the back of his back.
It was quite the delay.
Davros falls to the ground dead.
Oh gosh.
And starts writhing.
I would like to make my way up to
We'll remain here for the moment.
this door and listen at it and then check the door itself for any manner of things or shaboobles.
Love a good shabooble.
Are you on the? Are you, like, down on the map? I missed where you went.
South. She went south.
South. Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, you can give me your perception roll, please.
Perception killer.
Okay, so 1 and a 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have a passive of 20,
it
so-
appears that there is silence beyond the door, but it is very difficult to hear through, and you're not sure what that might entail. Like, if there's something moving that... It'll be hard. It's a difficult hearing.
Likely undangerous. I'd also like to investigate the door for any sort of trippity traps or other subterfuge.
Trippity traps. That's an investigation.
Investigation, not at advantage. That's a good roll.
No, this large stone door with the family emblem of the vampire's family, which was Ambara, they have not laced it with any kind of trap that you are able to detect.
The map is not on the thing. Now it is. There we go. Wait, did this get moved around?
I think Tio has one hand on. Well, they're really far apart. Never mind. I was gonna say Tio has one hand on Aurelia's shoulder, the other hand on Jesse's shoulder.
And one hand giving a peace sign.
But I guess it's just on Aurelia's shoulder.
Door locked? Not locked?
The
Fine.
door doesn't appear to have a locking mechanism, or if it does, it's the kind that you would have to bar from the other side. You don't see anything on this side.
I would like to try to open this door.
Okay. Here we go. Let me go ahead and go right to the GM's dynamic lighting layer, and we'll just move this away, shall we?
Oh.
There appears to be a well-lit area. Why is this one not lit? Oh. That one. No. Try that again. There we go. You're seeing light from all the corners. You're seeing light from the two large braziers in the middle. And you're seeing light from a green glowing orb. A very familiar, if not specific orb. It looks to be floating above an inky black liquid. It is being attended to by 4 of those very weak looking wraiths, or I'm sorry, shadows. But as you have opened the door, I'm going to need initiative rolls from the party to make sure that we don't miss any little option.
Select the token. Oh. Zombie beholder, eh?
I didn't tell anybody. Wow, Tio.
Gislin, the creatures immediately start wheeling about to address your intrusion. And
am I visible or invisible here?
You are invisible. I guess technically, hold on. Control L. What if I just gave this vision? Then I could tell how far it reaches, right?
Are these like...
You are, yes,
40?
you are within, yes, you're within that dim light of that. Matter of fact, why does it reach slightly more than 20? Like 40. Huh. For some reason, it's giving it to me to here. Maybe it's because it's coming from this corner here. I'm not sure.
That's fine. I mean, I'm just going to back up out of it slightly. So I'm not sure why the music is not playing, but oh well, I don't hear anything. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark this one, bottom left.
I'm sorry, I must be. I was on the measurement tool. It is now marked.
All right. I'm going to take 2 steps back, so now invisible probably.
As far as I can tell, there's
I
no
can
light
take another
sources.
step back too if I need to. But all right.
You are invisible there.
I will target the one above the one I have Hunter's marked. So this
You
one.
may do so.
Sharpshooter longbow on that one. Should be at advantage, right? One more. 19.
19 hits the creature.
All right. 13 points of piercing damage on that. No additional damage.
13 points will not be enough.
All right. I will. I will target the one who is hunter's marked.
Okay.
Same thing. Sharpshooter, longbow. Wait, is that? That didn't roll. I rolled sharpshooter, or I didn't roll sharpshooter, but I said sharpshooter.
Did you roll to hit with sharpshooter?
So wait, hold on. That's I rolled the +1, so the hit roll would have been, what's it, -5? Yes, so that would have been a 14 to hit.
Okay, 14 actually misses the shadow altogether.
Okay.
Remember, you do have Bardic Inspiration. It is still marked on your character.
Oh, that's good. Am I allowed to use it in this circumstance or no?
I have no problem with that.
What is it? D8?
1d8.
Okay, so now you can apply the correct damage. That's easily a hit.
So it would be 8 plus another. So that'd be 23 damage because it'd be plus another 10, correct? Let me just check. Yes. Yeah, so it'd be 23 damage, not 13 damage.
23 is more than enough to kill it.
Okay.
So it dies.
All right, my mistake.
And it was this one, correct?
Not the one I had hunters marked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one?
The one above it.
Right above it.
All right, now I will shoot the hunter's marked one. Sharpshooter longbow. I will roll the correct thing this time. 24.
24 will be enough.
All right. Whew. Excellent. Plus hunter's mark. Very good.
That one is devastated.
All right. And I will target the next closest one to me. Same thing. Sharpshooter long. Not sharpshooter longbow. Do I want to do that? No, sharpshooter longbow. Fuck it. 24.
24 hits.
All right, and I will apply sneak attack to this one. That'll be more than enough.
That absolutely destroys these minor undead. Well, I guess the 3 of them that you targeted.
All right, and I've moved 10 already. I will move. Dope. If I stand, yeah, I'll stand here. I'll stay here. And that will end my turn. 3 down.
Excellent. We will move to Cadaverous' turn. Clearly, the sounds of combat and Gislin doing what Gislin does is echoing in the hall that you're in. What would you like to do?
Cadaverous will peek around the corner. Huh. Light only travels a certain distance. It's awfully
Lights-
dark down there.
It certainly is.
It's awfully safe around here.
Mm.
There's something down there. I'm gonna protect this spot. Gislin. Do everything for me. You're
Cadaverous,
inspired.
make your torch go away.
You're inspired.
Okay, I won't take it off. I am re-inspired.
Actually, Cadaverous will 5, 10, 15. Put the torch on the ground here, so it's still lit, but close the door.
I believe I have a torch I can do that with. There we go. And I will remove it from your
Inventory. Character
Okay.
token. Oh.
for now. What was that, Holly?
That was
Ollie?
Jesse.
I promise it's gonna make no difference at all to what you could do.
Aurelia. How is Tio on a 4?
You deleted your initiative token for the shadows. They should be after Cadaverous, I believe.
Oh, Shagsa, hold on.
Shadows.
I
Yeah, shadows
absolutely
are 18.
deleted that. I'd turn. Let me see what my roll was. It was
18.
an 18. Thank you. Let's reorder that. Okay, Aurelia, if you don't mind, since it
I
has
have
been brought
stepped
to my
back to where
attention.
I was, almost
Thank
as if
you.
time briefly folded.
The shadow reaches into the orb, and it almost feels, Gislin, as you have a perfect sight on this situation, the orb emanates that strange green glow. As it touches it, it is drawn into it. It is almost reminiscent of the essence of that one wizard you had defeated and watched be drawn into the orb. That was at that point, way back when you were underneath the tower. So this one is actually destroyed. But other things are now showing up. Let me go to the correct layer. GM layer. Now we are past the race turn in the turn order. Aurelia, it is still your turn.
Okay.
But Gislin, you hear a lot of activity suddenly from the room. Matter of fact, everybody will, as the moving of stone off a sarcophagus is likely occurring somewhere.
Do I see
Sorry,
whatever this is here?
To the south? We're hearing stuff from the south?
If it's within 90 feet of you, yes.
And does that look like something I haven't seen before?
It does look like something you haven't seen before. It is wraith-like in appearance, but is brandishing a long sword and a long bow, and is
a Nazgul.
A Nazgul. It is absolutely a Nazgul.
That was very loud.
Was that in fear or just in?
No, that's the sound Nazgul
Here you go. That's what that one is.
Oh, I can't see it because I can only see a very narrow sliver of the
I'll
room.
reveal it later. So, but yeah, there's something there, but I kind of feel like the orb would be blocking its
oh yeah, that's probably true.
Sight to it. So, although you could see it if you were in the right positioning, no, because the orb is in the way. Aurelia, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, we're only hearing noises from south. We aren't hearing noises from north.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I am. Are we kiting back?
If you run into that room, you're gonna die.
Are you talking about in front of me? I'm not planning on going.
If you run any direction, you're going to die.
Okay, thanks.
So don't run. Just walk.
I think the running isn't even part of it. You're just gonna die.
Gosh.
The problem is that everything is hard corners.
Sure is. These are not completely 5-foot square doors, so it does make for fun little hard corners. But don't you have all of the movement
I also have 4 hit points.
Well, I mean, you can't be complaining about hard corners with all of the movement. That's hit point independent.
I guess I am going to. God. All of this is bad. I'm gonna move to here, I guess. And I will hold a Radiant Sunbolt for the first enemy that I see that comes here.
Oh, I just thought of the coolest idea.
Because that's all I've got right now.
You know that crazy, like, warding magic circle thing? I think it's called magic circle.
No.
It's not magic circle, but I know what you mean.
You know, it's like a cleric thing. You can make a cylinder. You could cast that in the center of all of these hallways, and we could just fucking aggro everything and stand in there and.
I do have Dawn, but that does take up a Revivify slot. So.
Yeah, I don't think these things are gonna care too
Jesse.
much about it being sunlight.
Jesse. Holly, it's
I'm in
Jesse's
the dark.
turn. Jesse,
I'm just gonna stand here. and
you
wait
are
for something to-
technically. Why can't you see anything? Wait a minute. Is this not emanating?
It's
light?
dark.
Oh, it's the new token. Hold on. I apologize. This is the new lighting. It has the old lighting settings, not the new lighting. Does that help?
Yeah, sure does. However, it doesn't change what I'm gonna do, which is nothing.
Well, okay, fair enough. But I didn't know why you were in the dark, so now you are.
I was under the impression that that door was closed and we had no light whatsoever.
No, Cadaver's dropped a torch in the square behind him on the other side of the door, but I didn't hear him say close the door. So
He
I
definitely
specifically said I was closing the door.
that door
Heard it
definitely
too.
closed. So I'm going to move that on the dynamic lighting layer then. I was too busy getting the token out. I'm sorry. Whoop. We'll use this one. Okay,
Yeah.
so now, once again in the dark. After all of that.
We'll say that Jessie knows the feeling of her party members, and if it feels like a non-party member has entered her personal space, she'll hit it, but she's not going to do anything right now.
If she feels a non-party member start in her space?
Yes.
If she feels.
Yes.
Like, I want you to.
Okay.
I want you
With
to just
my
No,
soul.
no.
the difference between Cadaverous entering your square and a skeleton entering your square. Go.
It's a drinking game. She has to drink until you do it.
Drowning here.
In trying to fit this
Hair.
fun little thing,
there's hair. You're a pretty hairy old man, right?
would you know, like, your hair? What?
Yeah, I feel like Jessie may have just maybe gotten to know all of your feelings at some point in this journey. On the
So, we're gonna move away from Jesse's turn.
Okay.
Now, Jesse, if something were to come close to you, friend or foe, I'm gonna have you roll an insight.
Okay.
Okay. The strange one's turn. This looks like quite the undead creature. Will move. Let's see. How's it move? Do, 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 do. Whoop. There we go. Excellent. So it's going to move there. And there are commands in Draconic, but because of TOA's positioning through two doorways and a curve, I would like to know TOA's passive perception.
15.
You are hearing words like secure the door and do not engage. It feels very, very much like a captain of a guard or like that kind of command structure. This authoritative voice is telling somebody in the echoes what to do.
Okay.
And then lastly, you hear, and move the creature.
Release the Kraken.
Okay.
Speaking of the creature. God, these things are slow as hell.
Oh no! I just clocked what Casey said earlier.
I
Wait,
thought that
what?
I thought you had already clocked it, but the fact that you're reacting now, like that makes me
I couldn't
feel
fucking
worse.
see it. I thought Casey was trolling.
Watch it be the same one.
Oh no! It's okay. Staying
And this
grounded.
large creature is now taking up the entire doorway. You cannot see past it. It is too big to even come through the doorway. And it looks to be scanning the area for anything it can see. Just to make sure it sees via normal means. It does. Okay. And then that's that. TOA. Oh, I'm sorry. That should have been you first.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll fix that in a second.
It's okay.
We'll fix it in post.
I wouldn't have done anything different. I'm just gonna go here, like tug on Aurelia's shirt. Like I don't want her standing
Jesse,
that close.
somebody's moving near you.
Are they touching me?
30 feet away from Jesse. if she can smell that well, let her hit me.
She can. Do
I
you
mean,
have
if
food
you're
on you?
swinging your arms, I can smell your pits, probably. Right?
You smell of meat.
If you are swinging your arms, I can smell your pits probably. That's the quote of the night. I can't see how we're going to top that one. I can smell your pits probably. So that's amazing. But continue TOA. It's your turn. Pits included. So.
Yes, I am good at coming up with things.
Gosh, I'm gonna reach over and I'm just gonna tug on Aurelia's shirt. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna gesture down. Can you smell my pheromones? I'm very afraid. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna gesture down the hallway and then I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna keep going and see.
Want me to behead cadavers?
And Aurelia starts doing the hand jive.
And that's all I'm doing.
Well, that's what it was.
I'm going to hold a sacred flame if anything comes out of that door that is not Gislin.
I'm gonna
Noted
hold you to
cadavers.
that. So now the creature finally moves into position. And we start the next round with Gislin.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. I guess the Beholder.
Okay, I will move that to the creature's... What were we using? Purple.
Alright, and I am invisible. Yes.
You are invisible to the creature, yes.
Sharpshooter longbow at it. I'm guessing hits.
Easily. Having fought this at this kind of creature, you know it's not the most agile.
Alright, so that's 24 total.
Okay, I counted. Let me just do this real quick. Click.
And then next attack, same thing. Second verse, just like the first. Fishing for crits, but no. Alright. We will just have to take
Gosh.
So 29 more.
Bring a zombie beholder to the situation.
All right. I am going to take a step. Actually, hold on. 5, 10, 15. I don't see anything down there. 20, 25, 30, 35. Back to there. And that'll do it for my turn.
Cadaverous.
Cadaverous will wait.
Cadaverous
turn.
will wait. There's no held action. You're just waiting.
Actually, Cadaverous will dodge action.
Taking the dodge action. Anything else?
Nope.
Excellent. The race are getting new commands, seeing as the creature's already taken a great deal of damage via Gislin. The race are being told to pursue. In Draconic, it is loud enough. TOA has already made that, or has the passive to hear it, and the race are now on the move. Oh, let me just
Oscar
make
Mike.
sure I have the correct speed here. Oh my lordy. They also have all of the speed. Nine, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and they will double move. 1. This will trigger.
It will indeed.
We'll trigger both of us because I also said if I see someone that's not Gislin come through the door.
No, it looks like Gislin. I'm sorry.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
Gislin, what are you doing? Why are you a ghost?
Why are you floating? Oh, it already happened. Oh, gosh.
13.
A 13 will connect.
Okay.
Connect for.
7 points of radiant damage.
Is Sunbolt a
7.
ranged attack?
It is. But I did, to be fair, say specifically when it got to this.
What
Yeah,
exactly?
you had
So
vision. You had vision. It is, I'm sorry, 9 points? Am I reading that right?
Uh, 7
was
from the
seven. It
7
was
from the
7.
Sunbolt.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the dexterity saving throw. They happen to be okay with this, but it is not an easy roll still. It's TOA, so you never know. It's likely to make it. No, it failed! 9 points of radiant damage is accounted for. It then moves to here during its second movement. It doesn't get an attack right now, but it thinks it's found what it's supposed to be finding. And then the next one. I need to click the. Okay, now I can select 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And nobody here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Well lit hallway. These are engaged.
The hallway is not well lit.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm sorry. Dark vision hallway.
It is well lit to some people.
And for those that can see, this one is going and is stopping next to Cadaverous. The race both have moved. And Aurelia, you are up.
Okay.
One question. Do I have any kind of... Do I know it's next to me?
What is your passive perception?
The chill in the
Passive
air.
perception is 14.
14. Yes, there is a oh no gasp from your party, and then something cold cometh your way, and you can kind of just feel, oh yeah, one of those thingies is close, if not next to me directly.
No. Carry on, Aurelia.
Carry on, Aurelia.
Step into here,
You have stepped there.
and I'm taking.
The creature can see you at the bottom of the screen. Excellent.
Enchanted quarterstaff attack number 1. At advantage.
And Gislin, you'll have advantage. You'll have cover on. Oh wait, who are we attacking?
I am not taking an attack at.
You don't know. I didn't.
I don't know where Gislin is.
Gislин's
I
right
can't
next to
see
you,
her.
technically.
I can't see her.
I mean, there's sort of a wall there.
Okay.
You just fling your
Aurelia,
fist
you've
out.
made your attack. An 18, because of flanking, will easily hit this creature.
Good job, kiddo!
What is that?
Michaela coming out.
Oh my god. Bonus action.
Are you mad with these average rolls?
Yes.
I see. There's another average-ish roll.
So just across the board. All going into that wraith, and I'm stepping back here.
Okay, so 9, 18, 25. Which is no small amount of damage. Okay. The spawn's turn. Excuse me. Excuse me. This one has been directed to close the door, and it will do so. Oop. Dynamic lighting. Oop. Really? I resized it accidentally just now. Let's try this again.
It closes the door bigger.
There we go. It is now closed. Back to the object token layer. It will move away from the big guy who is just supposed to be a kind of a quirk.
Big old Christmas orb of
Christmas orb.
rotting flesh.
It's a Christmas orb of flesh.
It's not as good as I can smell your spits with your arms from 30 feet away.
Jesse.
That's so bad.
You know,
You can hear Aurelia's magic glowy blasties. For moments, you can see them as they blast out into the sunlight. You also see TOA, or hear TOA chanting TOA's divine sacred flame casting. And then for just like almost the length of a photograph flash, you see the outline of this creature over near them both, which is about 25 feet down the hall, just before the doorway would be. I know that you're still in the dark after all of that. What would you like to do?
I'd like to use my tactic that I've used before of sliding my hand across the wall with one hand and then holding the other one out until I
You hit me in aggro and then you kill me.
something.
Okay. So you may move forward slowly.
Please pass this insight check.
1.
Oh gosh.
Nothing.
Nothing there. 2. Nothing there. Not a word from everybody. 3. Something is preventing you from moving forward from there.
What
Do
does
I
it
feel her
feel
hand
like?
on me?
I would like to know what your passive insight is.
Oh Jesus!
Unless you would like to take the time to really think about what's there. Then I can give an active insight.
I mean, one would say, though, that feeling a warm body versus an ethereal undead creature would be fairly obvious.
But the vampire spawn are also warm bodies.
No, they're not.
I think they're warm.
I don't think
Their
they're
bodies.
warm.
Hey, that
They're
movie about
bo-
zombies was called Warm Bodies.
Some vampires are hedonists, and they're actually pretty, radiant, warm.
I don't know what my passive insight is.
It's 9.
I'm wearing Tom Ford. That's what it smells
You're not proficient in insight, are you?
No.
It's 9 then.
Okay. So,
'Cause you have
passive
-1
insight.
into wisdom, right?
So all of that being said, you are confident TOA is the one in front of you because TOA is a very easy identifiable creature. Had it been some of the others who are
He
colder
touches his tail
and
and
more
instantly.
evil like, who's to say?
Where is it, Dio?
What?
Where is it?
Right in front of me. And he's like grunting, making combat sounds.
You're allowed
Quietly.
to speak out of your turn as well. You could easily tell that Jesse's coming up in Jesse fashion.
I'll let her through.
What? There's no place for Jesse to go. It
Is
would
she-
have to allow for, you can't go through the...
Can we swap places on my turn? Or on her turn?
Well, the turn mechanics show you moving on your turn and Jesse moving on Jesse's
She
turn.
can't
If you,
force the move
you
me out of
work
the
with
way.
that one? Yeah, there's a grapple option. Sure.
Grapple me.
Suplex.
I can't get to it, Tio. I'm right behind you. I will hold my action if Tio moves out of the way. And an opportunity to attack cold wispy thing is happening. I will attack it, but if not, I am staying here.
I can't get out. I can't get out until I kill it.
Okay, one of the undead is going to take a turn. That undead's going to check his undead stat block. There we go. That's the wrong one.
Skins
That's the
ritually
correct one.
casting.
There we go.
Comprehend languages.
Okay, and so that one will continue to bark orders.
Arf, arf, arf.
TOA, it is your turn.
No, it's not. I'm going to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My apologies. You can skip your turn.
I'm gonna sacred flame this one, right in front of me.
Sacred flaming
It's
the
what I'm gonna be
wraith.
spamming this cantrip. Oh my gosh!
Ooh,
Holy cow!
that's good.
Please hit.
Well, I would like you to really get invested with this hitting. Because no.
Oh, I can't believe you.
I don't make the RNG, but I do enjoy the RNG.
Okay, that's my turn.
pretty
That's my
brutal.
turn. You know, you understand what that means? It's my turn.
Okay,
I'm
your
done.
turn is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually. I'm gonna step back so Jesse can go in front of me.
You're going to step back. That's going to provoke.
Never mind. I won't do that. I haven't moved anything.
You're not going to step back.
Now I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna remember what happens every time I've stepped back, and I'm not gonna do it.
You will gain confidence because I am behind you.
Yes. Gosh, I am not a tactical player. I don't know what I'm doing.
Without
Okay.
becoming a bard, Jesse can inspire somehow. Gislin,
It's my smell.
I clicked it too many times, but this is your turn, Gislin. Things are going nuts. 2 wraiths went by you. They ignored you. You ignored them. As has been the case, you've yet to see them detect you in any fashion other than being in light. But they are certainly engaging some of the weaker members, with Aurelia being a mere touch away from problems, as well as you saw one head to where cadavers had been.
I can see the one that's here, right?
I believe
Through
you
the
can.
door.
I don't. You should be able to see through your own token. You
Yeah.
can.
Well, my problem is I can see all of the tokens, so I can't
That is
tell.
a problem.
Yeah.
So by hitting, hey, do you have the right to
No.
hit Control L on your
No.
own token?
It doesn't do it.
Oh, that's a shame because that should be nice. That would be nice if you were a player.
Yeah.
To...
Would be good, but it does not.
No, I guess.
All right. I will sharpshooter longbow with advantage the one next to Aurelia and Tio.
The creature is available for shooting. Go ahead.
Gross. That will not hit.
You are re-inspired, remember.
Yeah, I guess I'll use it. Gotta roll goods. There
Nice.
we go. That's huge.
Okay, you mark off
Good.
that, and I will take whatever damage you so choose to roll.
Good inspiration. I will do this, and I'm gonna put sneak attack on top of this as well. That's a pretty solid sneak attack roll. So that's what, 20, 32?
32 has been accounted for. The creature has diminished almost to nothingness, but notably is still there.
Shoot.
All right, let me get rid of my inspiration. I will do the same thing again. Hopefully not exactly the same. All right.
I don't think you can miss.
23
It is
more.
dead.
Good.
All right.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put an X here just in case that's my initiative one, and I'm going to move it away.
All right. And then I'm going to step through here.
That is actually my initiative one. By mousing over my initiative turn order, it shows
It
me
shows
which one
it,
that
yeah.
is. Yeah. What to do? What?
I am invisible. I will walk up behind this one and try to tap it on the shoulder and say, boo.
You're invisible to it, though.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, ghosts, and it runs. Cadaverous. A lot of activity near you. You can hear it.
Cadaverous would open the door to reveal the torch.
Okay, let me move to the correct layer for fun.
This is a free item interaction, correct?
No, that is a free item
No?
interaction. Yes.
Thank God. Oh my God.
Just keeping Beth on her toes.
Oh my God.
I could of course have you fumble around with the door since you're blind. I can't open it, but nah. Let's just let the players be having some fun. Hello.
Close the door. No. Cadaverous will. Double check the wording on this. Make sure it's not actually fucking me.
I'm bonus action dodging. Did I say that?
I didn't hear it, but
Okay.
Well, I didn't say
So,
it then, so I guess it didn't happen. But that was my
Cadaverous
intent.
will look at the wraith. If you think I'm angry now, you don't want to see how angry I would be as a spirit.
and
And
it goes like this.
just in a whisper.
I would be a horrible coworker.
You want me to go away?
Okay, so wisdom saving throw. Now you're accounting for the spell usage. This is just a
Yes.
description, it says, but you are casting it on your sheet. You're accounting for the resource.
I've accounted for it, yes.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Also,
Please.
there's nothing that it says it be immune to it, right? There's nothing like the creature's
There's
immune
no
to charm
condition,
or something.
No.
No.
Nope. Okay, so here we go. Straight up rolling. No!
Wait,
no!
is there anything I can do? No, there's not. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this dumb game. Fuck you. Fuck you.
No, no, no. No, don't keep it in, Beth. Let it
Fuck
out.
you.
Let it out.
Bullshit. Alright, I got nothing.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I use my mouse. Gislin, help me.
You could. I don't know what to do.
We're gonna move to the wraith's turn.
Oh boy.
Wait, it takes half as much damage on a.
Oh yeah, it
Shield
does take
save.
damage.
That's
Hold on.
true. There is some damage.
I wasn't using it for the damage. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
I know, but still.
Actually,
7 damage.
Every little bit helps.
if I had any question about which one it was going to attack, I do not now.
Come on, miss.
It's very possible. But to make the suspense even better, Cadavers, what's your armor class?
My armor class is
85.
16.
Your armor class is higher than your HP.
By double.
Oh, your HP.
Well, here's the attack roll from the Wraith.
You.
It has missed you, and I don't mean by a little bit. That would have been it. The Wraith has finished its turn.
I do have Death Ward on me, by the way.
You do. I forgot.
That would,
Thank you
yes,
for
that's
remembering.
true. That's
Are
true.
you
Don't want to
marked?
waste that on the fucking raid.
You're marked. Yeah.
At the end of its turn, I would like to use my reaction to do this. I can move up to half my speed as a reaction if it ends its turn within 5 feet of me, which it is.
Okay.
And
Since it doesn't provoke, it's going to take that against Cadavers.
What?
No.
I'm reacting to something around me. It just flails
I'm
out
going to
with its elbows.
5, 10 to there.
Small pits
And
near
that
me.
should give everyone, and there's light, so everyone should be able to see it. So that's all my reaction.
Well, we're going to move right on down to Aurelia.
Okay.
Baby girl.
Flanking it. I'm flanking it.
What the fuck is that guy doing on the turn order?
Yes, I see you're flanking it.
I'm in great danger.
Okay, stop belly aching, Cadaverous.
I'm
He's about to
everything.
die, really.
I can't leave Cadaverous to die. He's very old and frail. I'm gonna hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
No.
14.
Hits anyway, but
A 14 does hit because these things have terrible.
There we go.
armor
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
classes. Accounted.
Thank you.
Those are big damages.
Not bad.
17 more.
17 more. And bonus action unarmed strike.
again, crit it again. Ah, shit.
17.
It's pretty
9
solid.
points of bludgeoning damage.
It's a good
Can't complain
turn.
on those damage rolls.
That's a pretty good turn.
It
Pretty
is a pretty
good.
good turn.
What's that? 39 damage? Yeah, 39 damage.
The spawn are following directions. Jesse.
Can I get past you now? Yes, I can see. I don't have to ask you that. I'm coming around to you.
You're fine. You don't smell my pits. I'm sweating a
Too
lot.
late.
You can see me too, because I'm in light.
Well, Aurelia's got it right.
Do you have throwy things?
Nope.
Throw T away.
Just a full HP.
I feel like Aurelia is the easiest out of all of us to throw.
Yeah. I won't throw Tio. I'll
No, she has
just,
slow fall. It's like throwing a
Oh.
napkin that's not folded up or scrunched.
Yeah.
You're like,
You just flutter to the ground.
I'll just hold my action to hit things with great axes.
what's the trigger?
If
If TOA's pit spell?
It's not
that
bad, you guys. Oh my gosh.
that would have already triggered.
He's a very
I
clean person.
will I'm waiting for an enemy to come within my range.
Melange.
Melange.
Okay, the creature continues to give orders. It's not barking anymore, as if the proximity of the creatures involved are, well, something else. T-Way.
I specifically have clean marked on his character sheet as a trait. Just so you know.
Hell.
Well, yeah, it's been a little while, but most of the time. Okay. Just because I'm getting flustered and confused, and I'm not sure if this is a mechanic that I've done before. Can I shoot around my party members and without them getting hurt?
Depends on how well you roll.
If it's not a melee attack, but instead a spell roll.
If it's an attack roll, whether it's a bow, all of the thrown weapons or any of the spells that use an attack roll that is ranged, for each person in front of you that is either friend or foe, it will imply the next level, invoke the next level of cover for the person that you're trying to hit.
Okay.
So it becomes harder and harder, even if it's your friends.
But if it's Sacred Flame,
That doesn't.
and it is just a... Okay.
Sacred Flame doesn't have a to
Right.
from you to it.
A to
Sacred
hit.
Flame just happens around your target.
Okay. I'm gonna fire off a Sacred Flame at the wraith in front of Cadaverous.
Okay, then I will have you
Again.
link it, and I
I'm
will
sorry,
have
I'm
my...
sounding like a broken record. This
There's
is what
nothing
I got.
wrong with the Sacred Flame.
Sacred
know,
Flame
it's just-
is
it's-
my jam.
It's a staple.
Okay, well that's works out to be average somehow.
damage. Yeah.
And after I fire,
Here's the I don't know why I rolled
Nice.
Wisdom. I'm gonna roll
Oh, it's Dex.
No.
Dex. I'm just gonna give it the extra pluses and say it fails.
oh, thank you. Okay, I'm looking down the hallway, but there's nothing there. Okay, then I'm
Well, the D20 was still rolled, so minus
I'm gonna stay
14
here.
as this. Oh, as this one looks like it is also close to its destruction. You guys have handled your fair share of wraiths down in this place. This one's no different, and you're pretty sure the next hit or two will be it.
Actually, I'm gonna move one more this way, and I'm done.
Okay, Gislin.
In a nonsensical move that doesn't make any sense. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go to
Gislin's
there.
running. Oh gosh.
Which now puts me out of the torch's light range. I'm like, darkness! I'll go there.
She's already a vampire.
Yeah, I'll sharpshooter longbow with advantage. That'll probably hit.
See you later,
Woo.
skater.
And I'll do sneak attack on this.
Aiming at
20,
Cadaverous.
28 more.
And we
Where's
are
he
now
go?
out of rounds
Okay.
as that wraith is destroyed.
Alright.
Gislin, door opened or closed?
I just go like this, and then I point to the door to the north.
Open, closed.
Avarice, where did you go? I stopped being able to see you when you covered your face.
Right here.
My God.
Can't believe the death word wasn't checked.
I'm so glad it wasn't. It's
Lucky
about
is
all
lucky.
I can give is as far as healing goes.
Like it may have made its saving throw, but all for naught.
It could have taken 18 points of damage. Anyway.
Cadaverous will close the door to allow Gislin, creator,
Well,
sneakology.
once I'm around here, it doesn't really matter, right?
Cadaverous will keep the door open to maintain equal sneakology.
They're all waiting behind that door.
I'll listen to see if anything's coming from the north room.
You may roll a perception check. Are you doing it from your current location?
I am. I'm not getting any closer.
Here, I'm gonna move the turn order away because it's in my way. There we go. Quiet as a peep.
Okay. I'm gonna wave my hand to Gislin to see if I can get your attention.
Hi ho.
And I'm motioning north. Do we go? And then I motion east. And then I motion west. And then I motion down.
Does the door have the door down here, does it open, is it a pull door or a push door?
The door moves into the chamber, so it is a push.
Does it have handles on it?
It does, but but no locking mechanism as was described.
I don't know why. It's always like one square off. Handles that I can tie a rope to?
I would say it has the enough of a curve that you could tie the rope to, although you feel that it's possible that that might be a weak point if you were to really yank it.
So that I could like pull the socket out?
Yeah, no, you feel like the socket, if it opens inward, the pivot point is on the other side. And if it opens inward like that, it's possible to pull the whole door down. There might be a random roll to see if the handle doesn't break before the door comes.
Okay, either way, I see that as a good
So
thing.
imminent structural failure is what you're saying.
I am...
Well, it's like a closed door that's locked and you're yanking on the handle. These handles are not meant to support the door's weight. It's meant to...
Would it pull it out and leave a tiny little hole there?
That you can
Not-
fire
not
an
to
arrow
shoot-
through?
No arrow-sized hole.
I ignore cover, so all I have to do is have an arrow-sized hole.
That would be truly the Casey point of the game.
How did the boss die? Well, I erroneously told the player that there was a sliver of weight you can shoot an arrow through. All right, I'm going to take out 60 feet of, or 50 feet of hempen rope, tie it to the handle.
You take out both of Asteros and Bar's eyes at the other end of the chamber.
And I will walk
Cast
back,
Ultimate sharpshooter.
walk
That
back
would be...
with the end of the rope and put it in Jesse's hands. There's a door on the end of this rope. Door that I don't want to be standing next to when the door opens. Can you open this door for me?
From here.
Well, I mean, you can move slightly if you'd like, but that's the general idea. Don't open the door while standing next to it.
What's behind the door?
All right.
Do you remember the large floating eye thing that Jesse and Cadaverous ran around for quite some time while we talked to old dead kings of ancient civilizations?
I'll
I
never
thought
forget
that was
it.
a dream.
Yeah, well, there's another one of those, so, good morning.
Oh, how many floating dead eye things can there possibly be in this world?
At least 12.
And it's their big eyeball. It couldn't have been that hard, right?
Don't worry, it's got a few
Jesse and
arrows in
Cadavers
it
handled
already.
it on their own.
Why 12?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I was a lot healthier than.
Jesse, I can heal you.
Nah.
This is some kind of death wish. I will heal you.
I would like to...
When I'm dead.
If I put poison on arrows, how long does it last?
I would say it would last a combat. So since the duration of most things that are meant to last a combat is 1 minute, I would say... Oh, well, no, that might be way off. Hold on.
I'm gonna guess the zombie beholder is immune to poison, but...
Possibly.
But other things may not be.
Vampires.
Worth a shot. 3d8 more damage ain't no joke.
Ain't no spooky boogie.
It isn't?
Pay attention.
All right, so I can't find an official ruling. I'm going to say about 10 minutes. It will take a little while to dry. It's meant to be a poison, so it will work in that manner. So it will stay there for about 10 minutes. Which means if you're about to go into combat, it will last the entire combat, and you can do some prep work, because that's what poisons are designed to do. It would suck in the middle of... Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's...
Let me just slather this on my arrows.
All right. And then I have it down as I have 4 uses of it. I assume that's just like 4 arrows or whatever, right?
Yes, enough to apply to 4 shots.
All right. I will apply it to 2 arrows and kind of separate those out.
What's the poison called? I have a
this-
stat block here, but I have a big list. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
That's just based on what you told me. Remember, I went on a poison shopping spree at one point.
Yeah, I have quite the
Look at
document
that.
that has a whole bunch of poisons that someone has created for us, but if that's what I told you, then that's perfect.
All right. I am going to look at everyone else. Well, are we ready to keep this going for old time's sake?
You want me to turn undead as soon as we walk in there?
I don't want any of us to walk in there.
I mean, do you want me to use turn undead? Would that help out?
Use turn undead right before you all are about to die.
Okay. My sense of that is
If
kind of skewed.
if everyone is dead, you've waited too long.
Okay. That does clear things up a little bit.
If you turn undead at the wrong time, we're going to turn undead.
That doesn't help. I'm trying to... Do I turn it when they're right there, or do I wait until before they get there? Near us, I mean.
Before
we die.
Before they start hitting you and killing you,
Okay.
but not a moment sooner.
Okay. That's extremely unhelpful.
I don't know. Use your judgment. Ask
You
your
know, I'm
god.
only one person.
Right. One person is allowed to have judgment. It's usually how it works. Here. This is my good luck arrow. You can have it. It'll help you.
Don't lick that.
Gizen, I have faith that this arrow is exactly the same as the other ones, and that makes me feel better for some reason.
Or all of them.
Because it's from you, and I know that's how you act, so thank you.
No, this is the good luck one.
Thank you.
Maybe the real good luck arrow
You're
is the
welcome.
gislins we made along the way.
Don't actually use it though, because you're terrible at shooting things with bows. Just hold
Never
on
shot
to
anything with a
Should be
bow.
a shame.
Right. Just hold on to it, but not tightly on the
Okay.
tip. It's sharp.
Okay,
All right.
I'm going.
Actually, maybe
Thank
I
you.
should just give it this to Aurelia to hold on to. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
You keep
It's
it.
fine.
Okay. So yes, another note. Don't stand directly behind me, as if something shoots at me and misses, it'll hit you.
Want me to stand back here?
Great, perfect.
do you want me to stand
Tactical genius. No. Nope. Yep. It's fine. Any of
This
those
is
are
fine.
valid choices.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here.
Now
Wait.
you're whispering? Okay.
All right. Am I out of the light here, or do I have to go here? I'll go here. That's definitely out of the light. Oh yes, Jesse. The door is not meant to open in the direction you're pulling, so you might have to pull pretty hard.
Right.
Have fun. And I will.
Funny when
Right.
she just pulls the handle off.
Well, if the handle's missing, then they can't get out.
Whenever, you're ready, I will possibly use inspiration on this pool.
Okay, so the first thing is a percentage check to see if the handle will be enough to pull down these doors, or whether the handle will break before the doors do. Please give me a percentage roll, Jesse.
Percentage roll.
Yes. It is likely that these handles were not designed with this in mind. The handles Now requires a strength roll to see how much pressure you put to these handles.
All right.
Strength athletics is
with
just fine.
advantage because I'm trying to
Push pull.
what is the the thing called that I have that it's
I
something
love how
in
you're out of
aspect the
focus
beast.
as much as your language is. That's all.
The aspect of the bear lets you like get advantage with pushing and pulling.
And breaking
Alright.
things.
That's the thing. You said strength check.
I said strength athletics, but yes.
Okay.
And you do pull, and you pull well, and the rope strains for just a second before you guys watch and see the handles rip off. I was giving you a 33% chance, or 34 technically, to get the handles to be able to bear the load for this rather innovative idea.
All right.
So that makes a clanky clank clank noise in the hallway, but you end up with the handle broken. The other handle is half broken, the part where the rope was. But it leaves that broken nub there so you can maybe grasp it. The doors are still functional because that would be ridiculous if they were. Oh, I'm sorry.
Campaign over! You broke
Well,
the door!
Good luck! So, all of that being said, how would the party like to move from at this point? It's a different. It didn't work.
Peek around the corner and look at Gislin.
You cannot look at Gislin because Gislin is around the corner and Gis not there.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
vandalism was our goal, then we have succeeded in that.
That's always part of my goal.
Well, I mean, you can make these doorknobs into earrings if you'd like later. I'm just
Very
like
large.
slowly reel them in here.
I'll put them somewhere.
Good, good. Now you have a good luck charm. I guess we need 2 more. So,
What do we do now?
the same thing we do every night.
Pinky,
Right,
do you want me to open the door?
Actually, if you maybe hold the rope across the ground and then pull it up tight, something will trip over when it comes in.
We're dealing with ghosts, right?
Don't trip the ghosts.
And trip a ghost.
Nope, you can't.
Don't trip the beholder either.
Sorry.
It's also kind of floaty.
Do you want me to open the door?
Just roll.
Well, if you open the door, you'll immediately die, so no.
I can't help but notice you're dancing.
Just like stepping out of the shadows and back. I mean, somebody's going to have to open the door. Although, we could just not open the door.
And then what we do?
Just
Not
siege
sure.
this singular door forever.
I mean, it's definitely not locked, since it doesn't have
What?
handles anymore.
Why will I immediately die if I open the door?
Because there's lots of things behind the door.
I thought there was just one big eye thing.
No.
There is, but there's other things behind the big eye thing. I mean, if you're feeling up for it, go for it.
I mean, alright, this is where I'm sitting. If I don't do it, we're stuck, right? And
Yep.
if I do it, I might die.
Are you going somewhere with this thought?
I mean,
I'm just working it out in my head.
just Jesse, the alternative was that I would go up and
That's the
open the
magic.
door
That's
and
the
hopefully
Holly's
be able
magic
to
right there.
run away
Die.
before something bad happened to me.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest, Gislin. I'm not much of use right now.
Well,
Like-
I want you to stand near this door, and perhaps you can just hit something really hard when it comes through. We'll leave the light on for you, and I'll do my best out here in this room in the darkness.
All right, so you want me to stay here,
Yeah, one step towards me.
right?
Good. See how nice that is.
Well,
And maybe
you
we
know,
put big juicy Tio a little bit this side so Aurelia can get a few swings in?
Like here.
Marvelous. Yes. And then, so anything that comes through the door, you all hit it at the same time.
You want me to move up next to you?
Well, I mean, only if you want to hit the proverbial undead version of me. Cool. This is good. Cadaverous. Looking sharp.
You.
Tio, you look healthy.
Sorry.
No, it's...
I
Alright.
tried. I really, really tried.
Well,
I tried so hard to get hit, and it didn't work. And everyone else got hit instead of me.
You
I
keep
wi-
doing that, Tio.
I wish I was you.
You keep
The
doing
thing
that.
is, you have to try to get hit.
good luck. You've got your arrow, you've got your doorknobs.
Do you want my dead, decayed dragon tongue?
No,
I don't know. We're passing out good
who
luck
wouldn't?
charms.
why don't you give
Who
that to
wouldn't want that?
Why don't you give that to Aurelia? She doesn't have one yet.
What the?
What?
No arguing.
I said I don't want it.
Only if you promise to torture Macklin with it later.
I will take a quick listen.
feed it.
Jesse, I don't want it.
Listen to the door.
You may roll your listening at the door. I suppose I should go back to chat. I was looking at something.
It should not be with advantage, unless there's some reason it's with advantage. So 11.
It does not take much to hear the massive sounds, or I should say, the sounds of the massive creature that is directly behind the door. And you mean it's possibly bumping it?
I would like to wait and become as quiet as possible.
Okay. You may roll your stealth check.
And then I'm going to. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing this based on what I'm going to do next, but 29.
Yeah. You get very, very quiet.
All right, and I am going to hope to hell I roll high initiative here, and I'm going to kick the motherfucking doors open.
Okay.
I don't know why I rolled stealth before I did this.
You kick
See
the
if you
door
can do
open.
it.
You were really quiet right up until you made a
Absolutely.
ruckus.
You absolutely break your stealth
Which is
roll.
good.
Everybody,
Surprise.
roll initiatives.
Ah!
Initiative.
Bonk bonk.
Nice.
Siege Gislin.
Wait,
Aurelia, you
these
can
are
go
looking
first.
like high initiatives, guys.
That's
Oh.
also looking like a high
They're
initiative.
looking like high initiatives, guys.
I can
That
roll high
is.
initiative.
It counts as high initiatives if everybody rolls high initiatives, including the monster.
That's a medium initiative, guy. Ah, no.
Hit
The
points.
fuck.
Incorrect.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
It's so close to the
Okay.
initiative roll. But instead, it's that.
Wow, that's also great.
What's a vampire ancestor?
We're
Something
gonna
about to
find out.
We're gonna find
Ooh.
out.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's the
okay.
that's the only one I wanted to be higher than. Well, not entirely true, but that's the one I need to be higher than.
Do we, any chance we want to take our break before we start this combat that we're all gonna die in?
Well,
you can't do
That-
that.
that-
You're a
that
terrible bard.
Optimism. We're maybe
You want to
gonna
go
die
in and die?
Listen,
I
I've-
personally, if we're gonna die, I'd like to die with ice cream in my hands.
I'm sort of like same
I
page.
agree with that statement, like 1,000%.
I'm so nervous that I have had to like go to the bathroom for the last hour and a half.
Get a bottle.
I don't want to put this in a bottle.
Oh God, why? Okay, no, this is like one of my things. I can't.
What do you mean? What
this
of you-
is Powerade. Powerade.
What do you mean? What of you?
I didn't mean to trigger you. I'm so sorry.
No, I triggered her. She's she's just sensitive right now. It's a power 8.
Oh no.
I don't understand what's happening.
I
I
Why
feel
don't
so
we take
bad.
our break?
We're gonna
No,
take
take
our
a
break. I
break.
think that's
Oh,
gonna
gosh.
need to be happening now because we can't even focus at this point.
Oh Lord.
I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. I wish
We
I
will
could comfort
see
you
you all
in
back
person.
in 5 minutes.
I mean,
What's happening?
us back for the fun.
And
Fun,
milkshake.
fun is back.
Okay. So
Fun
here
is
we
for
are.
fire that burns down the whole town. U is for uranium. Bombs.
What?
N is for no. I'm glad that one person laughed.
No idea
Thank you,
what you're
Dora.
talking about.
I know what you're referencing. I wish I didn't. Managed to go my entire childhood without ever
SpongeBob.
3 of
watching
10.
SpongeBob.
3 of 10 for
I'm
jokes.
not that
we don't
cultured.
even know
It's
it. 3
just
of 10.
SpongeBob.
Welcome back, everybody. We had rolled initiative. They have opened the door. I am going to go to the dynamic layer. I'm going to remove the door. And just by remove, I just mean move it. And you can tell that the doorway is actually opened beyond the 5-foot area. It is a larger door. And it moves to the squares that are indicated on the graphic, which means these are not hard corners. The vampire spawn have been are now moving. Gislin, to your dismay, the vampire spawns are now all having been instructed to holding torches.
Oh.
That's good. It means they can't attack with both claws.
That's true. They can't attack with both claws. This one will
They
move.
also
got
probably
two.
probably can't grapple me.
They likely cannot.
Did you cover yourself with butter like I asked you to? Wait, that
Tio,
was
we
just-
weren't gonna talk about that night.
Wait, I don't want to hear this. You're all my parental figures.
This one will move to that location as soon as the door opens, having been primed and ready. Runs up. We'll make. We'll say it's a free action to drop his torch. Sure. That way, the torch is now here. Let's.
He carefully sets it down and takes a whole action, right?
Mhm.
He carefully sets it down and takes a whole action, right?
Almost.
And
now.
lies on the ground beside it to make sure it's not
Instead-
lonely.
Instead, we'll just put the. We'll put on some cadaverous moves and put it right behind him. There we go. And that
Ash runs to pick it up and runs away with him.
Honestly, that might be the best use for Aurelia in this combat. Just take all their torches and run away with them.
Well, let's find out if that works out in the initiative order. But this vampire spawn's going to make his multi-attack. One with claw, one with claw.
Oh, is he
The second
now?
one will be a bite if he can grapple. The first claw against you. It's only a 9. Does that hit your armor class? No one knows what your armor class is.
It does not hit me.
It rarely comes into play. The next vampire spawn shall rush 2, 3. We'll move back into the open area. 4. We'll stay there because if he were flanking, it'd be a squeeze. That'd be a wash either way. That's a good enough. That's a good enough.
It's a good enough.
We'll make his attack claw. Oh, I'm sorry. The first one still has multi-attack. The second claw attack from the first one.
Second claw attack from the first one.
Does a 20 hit you?
20 will hit me.
Okay. Instead of doing damage, it chooses to grapple you. Let's see. I'm going to mark this one with a little, I don't know, let's say a little orange bead or something, a little orange circle, to show that that's the one grappling you. It turns out that the bite requires a grapple, but it does require the grapple from the creature that does the bite. So the next one will also have to try to grapple you. But the next one is attacking now, claws.
15 does not hit me.
Okay, second claw.
22 does hit me.
This one will do 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
As it will not try to grapple you, it thinks you're already caught.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Accounted for.
The last of the vampire spawn.
Oh, and wait, hold on. Hunter's Mark stays.
Ooh, you made it minimum too. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, buddy. 4. Nobody else can be seen in the hallway. Just Gislin. They will continue to try to attack you, Gislin. I'm just going to click the multi-attack instead of clicking the attack.
All right. It's good to know that they have it. 22 will hit me.
That will be 11 more.
Yeah, I will take 11.
And the last of it.
And 18 will hit me, and I will use my reaction to have that with Uncanny Dodge.
Your reaction is taken.
So that goes to 5.
It does. It rounds down in the favor of the lower number, which is good for the party when you're taking damage and good for the monsters when they're taking damage.
Except I'm grappled, Beth.
Oh shit, you're right. Fuck. Sad. Should have dodged that.
Yep.
It is Gislin's turn. The large creature is also reacting rather quickly, much quicker than you would have expected, but not as quick as Gislin.
All right. And then what is my option for breaking said grapple?
Okay, the option is a standard action to break your grapple. Instead of rolling against a contested roll, since they have a DC listed, I will use their DC. The DC is unfortunately shown to everybody right there. It's an escape DC of 13, but it is up to you to try to defeat that with either your athletics or your acrobatics to try to slip away.
They're actually both the same.
They are? I would have assumed your dex is much higher than yours.
Well, I'm not proficient in acrobatics, and I am proficient in athletics. So I have
Evens it out.
+4 or +4. Let me.
It does hurt to have like mega damage lose a standard action for this.
Yeah, but it also doesn't help them at all if I just die. So, yeah, I will.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying you should.
I will use my action to try to break free of the grapple.
The word martyr gets.
Oh wait, hold on.
so
I got hit. Hold on. I have a bunch of con saves to make or concentration checks.
Schmoly, you do.
How many
1,
times did I get hit? I
2.
did 1 already, so I think I have 2 more.
You have 2 more.
Okay. There's 1. That makes it easy.
Of course.
That's all right. That's not that big a deal.
Do you have another one? I hope. In your packet.
I don't really need Hunter's Mark. It's only
It's
one.
just nice.
It's only 1d6, but and that was left over from a whole different combat, so that's fine. Okay. I will use my action to try to break free of this, and if I don't, I think I'm gonna be in trouble. So let's just do it. I will use my strength athletics because I'm proficient in that. Here we go. Big money, no whammies. There you go. Easy peasy.
You have broken free. All of the other vampires are like, why didn't you block the way? We could have just blocked the hallway. Well, don't let go. Ah! All in Draconic. So all in Kiowa here's all
And
this.
so the other 2 have torches as well.
They did. They're they do. They would have we can drop those as well.
So I will.
This one would have thrown it over there.
Let me look at what my Dread Ambusher thing does. Doesn't do that. Okay. So I will now bonus action disengage. And I'll go 5, 10.
Wait. They mean mug. Go on.
Yep. Is it a free item interaction to pick up a torch?
Yes, it would be a free item interaction to pick up one of the torches. That does not extinguish it, but
It's not worth it. I will not do that. So 5, 10 to there, 15,
I like how you kept the net though. That's nice.
20, 25, 30, 35, and then 40. Go to there, and we will set up the kill zone.
Unless the beholder decides to like beam attack us or something, right?
Actually, that's a decent point. I will go 45 to there. And that will do it for me. And I get a reaction back, which might be important. Painful
Cadaverous.
turn number 1, but it was needed.
You can see light coming from the south, moving into the corridor, beyond your own light, which for some reason has been doubled. So let me.
Oh
just
my
go into
fuck. Okie dokie, hot jokey. Let's do one of these.
We're not gonna be allowed to stand here. We're in a no standing zone.
Making a looky look. Lookity look.
Davros, you're in the kill zone.
I'm making it a killer. So
Okay.
I've got a hypnotic pattern. It's 30 feet. 5, 10. Can't see because the fucking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. I can't see. 5. Fucking shit. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seems good. Pattern de hypnotique.
We are in French hell, so
You're in French hell.
result.
So we'll start with the closest one. Okay, first of all, I need you to give me an exact spot you're putting it in because I need to know based on the walls whether the things inside and outside can see.
What do you mean?
Okay, if you don't give me a point on an intersection, I can't determine where. Like for example, if you put it over here in the middle of this,
We also can't see anything in the room
square.
if you're
Well,
pinging.
fair enough. But if you're putting it, all right. So the middle of the square, Cadaverous doesn't have vision to, right?
That doesn't matter.
I'm okay with that. What I'm saying is, neither do any of those vampires, which means
That doesn't matter though.
It says
It
weaves
does.
weaves
each
through the
creature
air
in the
inside
area
the.
who sees the pattern.
But
must
as long
make a
as
saving
as
throw.
long
The
as they're
entire
in the
square.
area,
Yeah.
they see it.
The entire
It weaves
square
through
is the
the
pattern.
air inside a 30-foot cube within range.
Oh,
The
well,
pa- the
that's
pattern
a fair,
is
that's
the
a fair point.
Pattern
That's
is
a
the
fair point.
entire square.
All right, argued well. So we'll move ahead, assuming everyone can see it. So I will then now start with the vampires. Vampire spawn, and it is a wisdom saving throw, and it is a charm effect, which is no problem. Whoop whoop whoop. 1, and we're gonna go left to right and top to bottom. So the first one on the left. Oh, that was a whispered roll, but it's a failure. The second one will be a public roll, so you can know a little quicker. Is also a failure. The third one is
Failure.
success. No, that's failure.
Failure.
They're +3. My apologies. Their wisdom saving throws are +3 as I've been rolling their wisdoms. They are +3.
Okay, 1 success. That's
One
fine.
success,
We
the
need to
last
hit one of them anyway.
The Beholder.
This is the one I care about.
Click. Does actually have a Wisdom saving throw +2. That's weird. Of course. And lastly, somebody inside. And since you don't know which one it is, I'm going to do it publicly anyway because it's obvious. Really? This one doesn't have? Really? Huh. So this is the worst wisdom amongst the bunch. Okay. And there you have it. All right. So apparently the first two zombies or vampires kind of get that stop to take a look at the Purdy. And then the one behind it seems not to be pleased about that at all.
Well, you were meant to be razzle-dazzled. I'm going to leave. Aurelia, before you do anything, could you close the door? I'm a bit out of breath and I can't get there. Gislin is glaring at me.
You could have done that just free out of interaction.
I could have before I moved, but I didn't.
You could still go back and close the door.
No, I couldn't, because I used all of my movement
I forget.
to get to
Never
this
done.
exact square. I'm done.
Oh gosh, I hate seeing that
This
big old
thing
purple
will
blob on the
Bumble through 1, 2,
They're slow.
3.
But
I
how
did
it
not
get
mean
through
to
the
move
door?
the door is
I'm in sight of it. Oh
is
my
rather
gosh.
wide. Here, I'm gonna move one of these torches because I can't collect. There, boom, 4. And I'm gonna lose this, and I'm just gonna put a little, let's call it a green mark on each one that has been enthralled. Okay.
Apologize, stream, that you can't actually really see much of what's going on.
The stream can't.
Well, I mean, it's just because none of us have view inside that room, really.
Okay, well that's about to change. Bloop bloop bloop.
They cast delete walls at 15th level.
I need Aurelia to choose what Aurelia is going to do. Knowing what you know. Use all of your knowledge.
Oh boy.
Stop.
Hammer time.
I have a held action.
Okay.
I expected this.
Lay it on me.
Why would it? Ugh.
Random Ray.
Random Ray.
Now, since this is Aurelia, I would like you to decide whether you want me to roll the d4 or you to roll the d4 to see which Ray.
I will take responsibility for my own fate.
Fantastic.
There is a 25% chance. You know what? Just let it happen. Go on.
I am aware of the eye beams that both beholder
She's
has.
high dex.
This
It's fine.
is a zombie. It only has half the.
Yeah.
Well,
There is an enervation one on the.
There's a bad
zombie,
one.
I bet. That's the
There's
one.
A couple of bad ones.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
This is a. She's got a high dex. She's fine.
Yeah, she does.
Don't fail to save.
Thank you, Casey.
Do you have DM inspiration?
I do not.
Okay, noted.
Okay.
This is a disintegration ray. I will allow for damn inspiration for her taking responsibility for her own fate. I will give the player a fighting chance here. You roll really badly, though. There's nothing I can do.
That's like receiving a laugh from Alex.
Okay, I'll use it. I'll roll with advantage.
The DC is only 14, but the
The
dice do
DC is
hate
only
you.
14, and I have
It's
evasion.
fine.
So
You're
I'm
fine.
rolling with advantage.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Ah,
So you take 0 damage.
Whew.
my gosh.
You take
Almost
0 damage
barfed.
regardless of evasion.
Thank God
Okay.
that wasn't on Jesse.
Gutsy move. Aurelia may continue Aurelia's turn.
Aurelia will continue Aurelia's turn.
Gosh.
By taking 2 Radiant Sunbolt attacks. Yes. Here comes the first one.
Here comes the sun bolt. Do, 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 do.
Ba-da-da-da. Here kind of comes it.
I mean, it's
14?
a giant floating.
It
dead
is a
eye.
giant rotting eyeball.
The giant rotting eyeball is not hit by a 14. No.
Okay.
It turns
Wow.
out that that's some thick basketball hide.
Ew.
Okay. Second one. There we go. 24.
Let me check. Yes. Yes, 24 does breach its armor class.
Exceedingly average damage.
I almost Nomarius somebody.
You did.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Do you want me to close the door?
Islin,
Well, now it's open, so
that's not an answer.
I mean, from a metagame perspective, if you had closed it, then yeah, that's fine. I don't think you need to close it again, but it's up to you.
Well, if you close the door, Gislin can shoot from invisibility.
Okay. Conversation's not on your
No,
turn.
because
Don't mind a
because
few things, but
Any advice I could give you would be so stupidly metagamey that I'm not going to give it to you. There is one really abusive thing that you could do with the door, but
okay, well, I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna leave it open and I'm gonna step
thank
back.
you for stating what you're not stating.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this is
Thank
mine.
you. We're gonna move to Tioe, who was put on the same initiative as Aurelia, but I assumed was slightly slower. So go ahead, Tioe.
Okay, to get out of so if a creature uses its reaction, it can't have another one until the end of its turn. That's correct. So I'm going to assume that that's the case because in all other fights that I've had, they've only gotten to do one thing when I'm moving
You're
around and they're
justifying her turn.
yeah, I am. I'm just explaining that I'm not metagaming. So Tio's gonna move across here.
You're not going to get irate if that's what you're worried about.
Could you move square by square, please?
I did. Sorry, it must have lagged. I was moving here.
All right, go back
and then
one.
Okay.
Okay, on my screen. Oh, there we go. It's updating
Weird.
slow. Okay, stop.
Okay.
I would like you to choose whether it's 1d. No, go ahead. That's fine. There's nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you really got me there. Okay. I'm gonna
Such a dick.
It's like fish in a barrel. It's easy.
shoot. 1 second. I'm gonna bless everyone. Actually,
Everyone?
Bless
it's
you.
3. It's 3. So I'm going to bless.
Looking
I'm gonna
good to
bless our 3.
Looking good.
Party
What?
members.
Looking good to you. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to decide. Gislin's probably fine, so I'm gonna bless Jesse and Aurelia and Cadaverous.
Yes.
Say, I know the situation looks exceedingly dire.
Put a marker on TOAs to designate
What?
that you have concentration.
I'm casting. What?
If you don't look, it doesn't look dire.
Wait, is bless concentration?
Well, I'm looking
Yes,
because
it
I have
is.
dark vision, so I can see. And it's pretty dire looking. I forgot how big those things were because I didn't really get a good look at it down in hell.
Dio, what token indicates bless?
I'm feeling a heart today.
Okay, already got one of those.
Okay, I just must really love you.
Okay.
Why don't you just match the one that the other two people have put on?
Just
Uh,
think
'Cause
about.
they weren't there
angels.
when I asked. This conversation sort of gone on a little longer than I planned.
Okay, and indeed, outside of combat, no problem with conversations. But when it's not your turn, keep your responses or directions very, very brief, which is clearly not happening right now. TOA, what are you doing?
Done.
Okay, Jesse.
I will sit here and hold my action. If an enemy comes within range, I will hit it.
Okay, that is fine. This guy is
Have a fun movement speed of 0.
Incapacitated. There's no additional saving throws. So, the spawn's turn. The first spawn start his melee attacks against his friends because wake the hell up. He's not going to do so gently. He may damage them. He's going to take his attacks. Vampire spawn's going to take the first attack against the one due north of him. He's +6, but he's at advantage because these guys are kind of. Well, does it say that actually?
You're incapacitated, so not at advantage.
Incapacitated.
Just no actions or reactions.
Right. So that is not with advantage. So they will just take their regular attack against him. Whoop. This will hopefully wake up both, but that's the plan. It does. It does 7 to his friend.
You sure he's not grappling him?
That is true.
Hugging him.
He is using what I like to call fingernails on chalk method. Chalkboard. Or chalk. That'd be weird. And the second will take this attack. Yes, it's fucking.
That's insane.
As he stabs his friend. Wake up!
I'm awake. I'm bleeding.
And then that one will take its move action 1, 2, free on interaction, pick up the torch, 3, 4, 5. Well, okay. How about both of them?
I just have the torch floating around.
6. And he'll keep the torch for now. The others are awake and damaged and angry.
Does the attack trigger at the start of their turn or the end of their turn?
Well,
How does that work
technically,
exactly?
technically they should all technically be on their own initiatives. So I'm gonna roll a d6, and if it's 1 and 2, the creature who was awake went first. If it's 3, 4, one of them can go, and if it's 5, 6, none of them.
Seems fair.
So, and I'm just gonna roll 1d3 because that makes more sense.
Roll
I'm just used to
1d33.
actual dice.
Yeah.
So it is 2. One of them gets their full action, and one does not. And because the one got crit seems like the one that would be most likely to react, that's the one that's open. That's fine. So this one will take his action. Freedom interaction, pick up the torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoop. The funny part is the torches from their tactical position isn't to reveal Gislin so much as to give the archer a long range to shoot from, because that person only has 60-foot dark vision.
Should I do this now?
This
or are we
triggers
done?
Jesse.
This triggers Jesse.
I can do this.
Or
now.
anyone else that... no. Just Jesse.
Yay!
Yay!
You're at advantage.
Well, I'll do
Just
it
to
again.
crit fish.
Why would you crit fish?
Okay, not a... Either way, roll the damage.
Bonk.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, 15 is still
It's
decent.
still 15.
15 is
Still at
amazing.
15.
Okay, for some reason, I'm going to put the torch at the layer behind it because I'm just going to move the torch. There we go. 15. 15 is accounted for. Jesse. It's gonna choose you. It was gonna go random, didn't know who to attack. It knows now. Here's the multi-attack. Here's the first claw.
Plus 2.
Plus
less
his
would've
attack rolls and skill
helped.
checks.
Right.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. The intention is to grapple you. You take no
Alright.
damage.
Fuck.
Cool. I'm grappled.
Here is the bite attack from a multi-attacking vampire.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Who are these people?
so stupid.
The last one would have moved up past him after taking its attacks. No, it didn't get a chance to move. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It
one of
did.
them was.
That's it. We're at Gislin's turn.
All right. I am going to.
You chose the lock.
Oh, bonus action disengage. I'm gonna go to there.
Oh, you were close. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, not working with a whole lot here.
Oh, I have a splitting headache out of
Looking
nowhere
at the
today.
turn
Oh, no.
order.
I have to take it on the players. Oh,
Do I
Oh
put
gosh.
do I
The headache's named Casey.
put down the beholder or do I?
The vampire can wipe out multiple people. The beholder can wipe out one person.
Not
Sort of fair
true.
point.
The beholder can wipe out multiple people. The vampire can wipe out multiple people.
Kind of truer.
Gosh.
I think I will target the vampire spawn. Yeah, the vampire spawn grappling Jesse.
Okay.
With long sharpshooter longbow attack.
Let's do it.
Not advantage.
Show these vampires who's who.
That's not going to do it.
That's a miss.
And I will regular attack for my second attack. Just to make sure we get something here.
29 is, yeah, that's a hit.
And because we can't risk not having damage, that's 23 damage to it.
Minus 23 is accounted for, as this one is looking all messed up. Didn't get a chance to regenerate from its own friend's attack yet.
And I am going to move. I have this weird thing where I click on Roll20, but where it activates my click is one square over to the right, and it's driving me insane.
Oh, Alt tab out and Alt tab back in.
Okay. So I will
It'll
move back to where
refresh
I
the
was,
focus.
through Jesse, and out the other side, and one more step this way, since I'm still disengaging.
Well, there's a non-mechanic. Jesse would have to let you through, but is currently grappled. Could Jesse? But it's a non-mechanic, so go ahead.
And that will end my turn, and I will, I guess, alt tab to something.
Davros.
Davros is going to call out to the vampire spawn. Predator is often blind to its own peril. And vicious mockery.
Yes, please. Last time this was like the best thing.
It is a wisdom saving throw, and it's only +3.
Fuck.
Insane.
And then
It's like the game waits for just these things.
Yeah.
Jesse, smash it to pieces. Inspired. Go, 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 kill.
Jesse, please mark an inspiration. And by the way, how many inspirations do you have still in your pocket there?
I am
Or
now
did
at
it-
6.
Oh, jeez. What do you normally have?
10.
Max?
It's character level, right? So,
The
or bar
the
level.
the beholder only has to go here to see somebody within range. That somebody's TOA. TOA, could you roll a d4, please?
Here we go.
Stand by before you do that.
Sorry,
Oh.
I just rolled.
Well, it'll count, but
So 1.
okay. So, bloop. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Just do it. Bam.
Whew.
Nice.
You are not paralyzed.
Okay. That's good.
That is good. That would be hard to do things with if you were. The vampire, I'm sorry, the beholder will move up here, but the vampires are currently crowding in and it doesn't want to squeeze. More instinctually doesn't want to, not like, this is a good idea. Aurelia.
All right. Quarterstaff at the one in between me and Jesse. At advantage due to flanking.
Mm.
Here comes the first one.
Not a crit.
Not a crit, unfortunately. Average damage. Below average damage, actually.
8 points to the torch. Gotcha.
Second one.
I mean the vampire.
19.
19 will hit.
Better,
Better.
11 points. Bonus action, unarmed strike. $15.
A 15 for the vampire spawn hits. But you're also blessed.
Oh, I am blessed. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points, all accounted for. This vampire is barely holding on to Jesse.
We'll see if we can do something about that. I will end my turn.
Away, not paralyzed away. Go ahead.
I'm going to I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the vampire right here.
Casting Sacred Flame. You link it, I'll roll. It's dexterity, I believe, right? +6 though. Hard to hit those.
Okay.
They have a +6.
And unfortunately, that's literally all I can do on my turn.
Jesse, you are currently grappled.
I
You
will
can
keep
choose to
on-
attack or try to break out.
I'm gonna choose to attack
Well, I
Hard to
wouldn't call
grapple
that.
if your arms have been removed.
Oh.
with
Fezzik rip his
True.
arms off. Oh, this
great
key.
weapon action.
Oh, I saw the 20 and then it missed.
You do have. You do
I
have.
have bless and
Yes.
Yes.
So belt plus first.
inspiration.
I think I made a crucial misstep, but I will not think about it.
Of course. What is it now?
1d8.
1d8. Nice.
16.
No, that'll be enough.
That's
Is
enough,
it?
I think.
Yeah, mark that.
A 16 will strike the vampire.
I think they're 15.
For 18.
You have killed the
Yes!
vampire.
Yahoo!
Good job.
Very, very much worth it.
Okay. This looks like a hard corner to me.
Those are hard corners, which means the movement from that square will not provoke, and you will not provoke on your side if you want to move.
But can I
You
attempt
can.
to hit it from here?
Well,
Yes, you can attempt to hit it from there, but
you
it
do
has
also.
cover
Yeah.
because that is past its it's not even half of that square. You only have X amount of arc to hit it on.
Ebo should run and I use turn undead. That's what I think, but I.
I know that, but I don't want to move there.
There is an archer somewhere back behind all of this, too, by the way. Just
We don't know.
I-
We haven't seen it.
I'm gonna try
well,
to
you
use.
have to get the arch right now. The plan has
Oh,
been
that's
shut to hell.
that's right. He's
He's just looking.
I'm gonna try my because I killed that one. I get an
Oh,
extra
yeah.
attack. I'm gonna try my extra attack on the one around the corner.
Give him
Okay.
a bonk to the face.
You know, you're no longer grappled, by the way.
Great. I'll remove that.
Okay.
Blush.
Hold on though. I don't have advantage on this.
No.
Thanks.
You are blessed, though.
Well,
I choose not to use it.
That's all you needed.
I
Any
need to make a
thanks?
shortcut for that.
So an 18 hits.
Nice.
And then I'll use my second attack to do it again.
Again. Nice.
Nice.
Plus bless.
Nice.
Nice.
For 19.
A lot of damage.
I'm gonna move another.
And
So,
that
37,
is my turn.
52.
I don't have to do the math. If I just go minus, what was the
Yeah.
first one? 15, and then
Minus
I just
52.
go minus 19. It does the math for me.
The first one was 18.
18, 15, 19.
But the 18 killed one, so that's
Yeah,
not getting
that's
Oh,
subtracted
okay,
from
yeah.
this.
It
Yeah.
doesn't bleed over. There's no
Come on.
bleed.
Fuck!
I killed that one so hard it killed the other one too.
These are the things I wish things were.
Me too.
I can't
You know.
cleave through? Wait, isn't cleave a feat?
Would be nice.
Anyway,
That's
finished
okay.
up there, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm done.
Fantastic. Okay, click. Okay. Spawn number 1. This is no good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Come over here. Finally.
Unfortunately,
Tio just waving his arms around like, bite me, bite me.
Yeah,
Look,
actually though.
unfortunately, Jesse has dedicated some damage to this one.
Can I
so
aggro
it feels,
this
no, Jesse has the aggro.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Jesse's
We're gonna
built
go through
that,
this
you know.
whole dungeon, and Tio's not gonna take a single
one?
point
I
of
would like
damage
to not
somehow.
feel horrible for coming down here and getting everyone killed. I
Anyway,
would like them to be
uh,
alive.
Alright,
This
that's
one
not the
did
way
get to
it's
finally get regenerate a little bit. There we go. And now here's the attacks. The claw attack, Jesse, you do look like you're hurt, and he's not going to make the same mistake his friend did and hold on for dear life and die. So here's the attacks. Did you reckless, by the way?
No, I did not.
You did not. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay.
What a gamer.
Here is the second attack.
Get wrecked.
Let's go.
His hand falls off.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, no.
The claws just fall out.
The claws fall out. They get tied up with their other claw.
It was the
Oh,
end
no.
of those acrylics. They need to be reapplied.
And that's that guy. So 1, 2, 3,
Gosh.
4, 5, 6. Ta-da!
Oh my gosh.
Y'all
Okay.
just
And-
was
that's
coming.
Unfortunately,
Wonderful news.
well, there was 3 of them in the cube. Only one was up.
Oh,
And
he
this is
got
the finally.
he got shaken out. Yeah.
He got damaged out. Here's the attack from this one, Jesse. Because his friend is struggling, it's still you.
Understandable.
Jesse is
Besides,
quite
you
large.
did kill another one. Like they all had view on. They just saw the axe coming and chopping.
Gosh, around the
Holly,
corner.
what's your AC?
16.
It's holding up. A 16 can hold up.
You're the jerky you're chewing.
She can't be stopped.
Well, there we go. There we have it.
That's insane. With a
Oh,
plus
and that
6.
vampire did get to regenerate as well, which is why they.
Wasn't it
Jesse,
Straight
is
50-50, right?
is D&D Beyond correct? You only have 1 hit point.
No.
Just 5.
You have 5 hit points. Okay.
Okay.
I
don't
was
know why
just
it's-
wondering.
Does it really matter at that level?
It does matter.
I can't get onto my D&D
at all.
Beyond. I don't know what's wrong with it. I stopped messing with it.
Gislin.
I still wonder. So turn orders here. to just take a step forward. I'm going to shoot at the injured one, the northern one.
Technically, only the north one is injured, as the south one looks to have healed up its injury recently.
Yeah. So that one, the one that's deepest into the room, and I will sharpshooter longbow, I guess. Here we go. Come on, big money. There we go.
You're shooting this one here?
The top one.
Then you are at disadvantage.
Why am I at disadvantage?
I'm looking at TOA. Continue. I'm clearly blind. You're practically TOA.
Alright. And I will use sneak attack on this one because I'm really hoping I can put it down. So 32.
32. Ooh, that is a lot. I will account for it.
Alright. Same thing again on that one. So I plus 6. So I have to roll 50%.
Come on, Legolas!
Go big or go home, right? There we go.
Boom!
We are going big,
So
and hopefully then going home.
21 more on that one.
21 more is accounted for. Skill kicking.
Alright.
But not nearly as happy.
These are... Oh, I should have been... I forgot that I have super arrows.
Can't believe they didn't hit Jesse. I can't believe.
What do I do?
It's amazing.
I will move back to there, and then stop there.
Cadaverous.
Everest will call to the one he can see. Your friends are dying around you. Surrender. Join us. And vicious McClockery.
TOA doesn't have to translate the profanities coming from that one towards you now.
I won't. He won't.
So here is the wisdom saving throw.
He'll keep him to himself.
Hi, friend. Check out my SoundCloud.
Finally, one failed.
It did fail.
That's awesome.
I'm going to use the same green dot I was using for the thing I didn't remove on that one.
Sounds good.
And we'll take this 3 points of psychic damage.
And Cadaverous will re-inspire Jesse. Do what you did before. Again.
Davers, you have such a way with words.
You are
To Jesse, it is like
a person who
yes,
exists in my general vicinity.
Thanks, Davers.
The beholder's turn. You're done there, correct?
I'm here.
Davros?
Get me.
Yes, all done.
The beholder will move up one.
Oh boy.
More
Now
like
I can
this.
see it.
Can I keep waving my arms around?
You may keep waving your arms around, that's fine, but
Showing my whole
unless you're
symbol?
using a mechanic, I can't give that any kind of
Jesse immediately smells your pits.
I do.
Can I start saying in Draconic, as much as I can get out in 6 seconds, things about oh gosh, I just totally lost my words.
It's a beholder. It doesn't speak Draconic.
I don't know.
This-
Everything
Maybe
else
it's
speaks Draconic.
Draconic
Maybe this
beholder.
one does.
The vampires and the physical form undead have been dragonborn in nature and therefore speak Draconic, but beholders are beholders in nature and therefore speak not Draconic. Although it may have
Okay.
come to understand it after a millennia or whatever. Anyway, here we are. I would like to roll a random roll. 1d2. 1 is TOA, 2 is Jesse.
Ah, that's
TOA,
good.
could
That's
you
good.
roll? Could you
Yes.
please? Could you please roll a d4, please?
So one is
That's
paralyzing.
crazy.
That's
What?
a lot of damage.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. I got nervous.
Wait, what?
Whoa,
Please,
what is happening?
please take 5d12 damage. What?
Just like, what
5d12 arbitrary damage.
What does 5d12 damage?
Didn't mean to. I rolled like
It's the same
Wait.
damage.
It's amazing. So, a moment of cognition, maybe.
That's
You have,
Cognition.
as an oracle,
Oh,
figured it
dear.
out, but I do need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I hate
you're
that my
going
my
to
roll
take.
20 lags, so I always get my result 2 seconds after, so I have to watch you guys before I can see
It's
my
not
result.
that much different than what we're doing. I click it and I wait a sec. Please take half the damage.
Finally.
29 becomes.
Tio's like,
14.
yes!
It was 18.
Live for pain.
Sorry, not 18.
14.
14.
14.
14.
Thank you.
Yes. And
Trying to get greedy and getting more than
okay,
I hate to do this to my own party. Constitution saving throw for bless.
Oh, thank you. Please.
Alrighty.
all of the blessed people are no longer blessed.
That's really unfortunate.
Okay. You've taken the damage?
I have.
Okay. Very good. I would like to remind you next time that you have resistance you chose not to use against necrotic.
my gosh.
Aurelia, go ahead.
Wow, that's so rude.
Do you really have?
I didn't have
I
to
do.
remind you.
I actually had a sticky note on my computer before
She's
I went
a goat
away
Samar.
from my house.
Asamote.
That's so sad.
Okay, I am going to
I could have taken some
enchanted
damage.
quarterstaff at this one,
That's what I
The
took.
northern one. Okay.
the northern one. Here comes the first one.
Here comes the fun. Ooh, that's going
28.
to definitely connect.
13.
13. And now it is very close to death.
Okay, second one.
Bonk.
Bonk.
21.
7.
Okay, let me just make sure this is not the one I'm using for vampire spawn. I'm not, so this is just bloop.
Hell yeah. Bonus action, unarmed strike at the one in between me and Jesse. Ugh. I think that misses, doesn't it?
It does.
Okie dokie, that's my turn.
But you're not blessed either.
I'm not blessed.
Tia way.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step right here, and I'm going to try turning undead, and if I don't turn undead, then I'm gonna have them hit me. Hopefully. Where's the button?
Please link the turn undead feature
Okay.
so that we can all take a good look. You brandish your holy symbol. What would you say when you're trying to turn to the undead? Think of the words. Think of the proclamation of your divinity.
His almost first language is draconic, so he's gonna say, "Get away from them!" like really loud and
Ah, yes. The
Draconic,
get
yeah.
away from them, turn undead. Perfect.
yeah.
You've linked it, so each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet. Well, we're looking at both, so that's fine. Each of the undead will make a wisdom saving throw. Your DC remains 17, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then we will begin with the closest one, which is a vampire spawn. And it will fail. It will use the dash action on its turn. We will now roll for the zombie. I'm going to put these two next to each other. It's just easier that way. There we go. Wisdom saving throw. And it fails even worse. And it will
Oh,
also
that's
be
good.
leaving.
That thing is like been rolling really well consistently.
No, those are terrible rolls. What are you talking about?
Except for this one. This every single other one has been pretty remarkable for a big ball of floating flesh.
I had my main boss for this fight take a look at a hypnotic pattern for the entire time.
Wow.
True.
I'm just saying. 2 out of three vampires fell for it as well, but were slapped awake. TOA done?
Yes.
Jesse.
Theo has just done his spiritual things. I will not mess
Yes,
with that.
spiritual thing. TOA lifts across, lifts aloft his holy symbol,
It's just a little wooden heart.
proclaims,
That's what it looks like.
get away from them. And then they do. They're leaving.
They're like, oh, sorry.
Didn't know it was like that. So
My,
Yeah,
Are they with
I
you?
will. I
My
will
faux
just
pas.
if something new arrives, I will hold my action to hit it.
you're holding your action for something new.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not these two.
Something borrowed, something blue.
They did.
Anybody but these two. Party
Yeah.
members included. Gotcha.
Th-
Okay.
No.
And now it's the spawn's turn. So, in leaving the square that you threaten, because of the hard corner, you do not threaten the square below it. So, technically, this provokes right there. This provokes from both Aurelia, Jesse, and also TOA, actually, all three of you.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Pass.
Pass. And TOA?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. And off.
Not bad.
Oop. This one still had his torch. That's funny. Anyway, god dang it. It's getting in the way. It's totally in the way. I'm moving it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was its standard move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's its other move. Gislin. That vampire looked at TOA and went, "Wah!" and ran. Tactically sound withdrawing into the hallway. It has slowed us down slightly, but going well for the party, considering, especially with 4 hits missing Jesse and failures all around on the saving throws.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure waiting for it to run and then holding attacks is the best idea. But it is going to. I mean, I don't know that it's turned, right? I
No,
can't see
it's
the beholder at
obvious.
all from here.
It's obvious TOA's actions presenting the holy symbol. It has a magical effect. It's very clear. It's not subtle. It's get away from them, holy symbol, up in their face. And they're like, and they ran.
We gotta hit something, so.
It's okay to hit it. It was just to get it away from us.
Yeah. I will. I guess I need to bonus action disengage to get through here to go to here without provoking.
No, that
It's
square
turned.
doesn't provoke.
Here
That
doesn't.
square doesn't provoke, and it's
Okay.
turn. I was talking about Jesse in that hard corner. It's more than just a hard corner. That is a smaller than a 5 foot. That's a smaller doorway.
Right. So I don't need to do that.
Oh, my eyes. I have a headache in my eyeball.
You're not going to be able to.
Says the beholder.
I will hold my action
Held action.
to fire
Shoot Jesse.
to shoot something the second it turns.
Sudden but inevitable trend.
Yeah, the second that anything looks like it's not running away from us.
Okay, so anything not retreating.
Yeah.
Got it. Cadavers.
Cadavers, even if he moved, could not get in range to do anything, so we'll be holding Vicious Mockery for anything. There's an enemy that comes through the door. Or
So be
into
it.
view.
So be it. Beholder. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4. technically I could use the diagonal that way in wood. So, Aurelia.
I will hold my action for any enemy that comes. I'm gonna say into the square.
Okay. TOA.
I don't want to be the one to turn it back, so I'm just gonna hold an action for the the girls to fire. Like I just waiting for them to do whatever they need to do. I'm gonna hold a Sacred Flame, but I'm gonna stand here so that they don't get battered.
Okay, that was really I missed the trigger. What are you holding
Sorry.
it for?
I'm holding it for one of the three around me to make an attack.
And once they make an attack, you're doing what?
I'm firing it at whatever is coming. It's probably going to be
I need to know specifically what it's going to be.
in any enemy.
No, I mean like what are you using? You're
Action.
using Sacred
Oh,
Flame?
Sacred Flame. Sorry,
Okay,
that was
thank you.
confusing. Yeah, I'm holding Sacred Flame for an enemy to appear
Okay.
after one of the three of them attacks.
You got it. Jesse? Nothing?
I will hold a great weapon master attack for any enemies that come into melange.
Cadavers, what is the duration on that hypnotic Padaverin? Padaverin.
10 rounds.
10 rounds? Okay. So, I don't know if you've been keeping track.
I think we're on 4 or 5.
This is round 5 coming up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Mark that on something. Or I will. That's fine. I'll do that on this guy that's been looking the whole time. Boop. There we go. Spawn's running. Oh, man. What just happened? Then Gislin's turn.
I will say to the general group of people, put all these extra torches out. I will. God, it's still not letting me click where I want to. 5, 10, 15, 20. Holder will get. Fuck. How to do this? All right, I'll just crit it.
Whoop, whoop.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark on. God, there's so many fucking torches.
One's Cadaver's.
True.
Yeah.
3 of them were vampire torches.
Also
And
true.
in the room is very well lit.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark. The Beholder.
You have sight on the beholder?
I do.
You do. I can see it there.
All right, and
We'll give him a little purple mark. Please account for the spell usage. I know you have limited spells, but you should have
one
enough.
left.
Where is it? I can't see Cadavers at all. I keep forgetting where he is.
So that's
Is there
my
any
bonus
fake
action.
delay?
Actually, you know what? Is it an action to extinguish a torch?
It would be an action to light it and an action to extinguish it.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Unless you have some, just kick it into the water or something. But unfortunately, you don't have that option.
I will extinguish the torch that is underneath me. So that's 25, 30, 35.
This archer didn't get to enjoy any of it. None of it.
5, 30, 35. Okay, good. I can see the vampire spawn now. And that will end my turn.
Okay. Davros.
Cadavers will go 5, 10, 15, 20. Close the door.
Which door?
This one here.
You got it.
Which square is this torch in?
All of them.
Okay. Cadavers will stay here. That's all.
Aurelia.
Okay. I'm going to stamp out. Is it a free item interaction to stamp out this torch?
It is a standard action.
Standard action to put out the torch? Okay.
Yes.
So I will use my standard action to put out that torch.
We're using an entire round of our actions so that I can get advantage on my attacks.
You know what? It's worth it.
It's not just that. Having spilled that there's an archer on the other side, putting the torches out in the hallway protects the party.
And then I will stay where I am with the continued held action of if something comes in melange in this square, I will.
You got it. You cannot hold an action since you've spent a
Oh, I used my action. I will just stand here and look pretty then.
Tea away.
All right. Can I see?
Oh.
Sorry, I was thinking. Can I see this ball from where? I mean, I can see it with my eyes. So I'm assuming that
the
I can...
ball emits a little bit of light as well.
Okay. Can I guess at, with all the information that I have, can I just make a either intelligence check?
Oh no,
or...
I'm sorry. I'm gonna reduce the light emitted by this ball because it's ridiculous right now. There
Okay.
you go. But yeah, go ahead. What?
I'm just wanting to make a maybe Arcana or intelligence check from where I'm at, which I know will have some kind of modifier to it, which is a negative because it's so far away. But I'm looking to see if I can think of what the best course of action would be, whether it's to break it or to roll it off of its stand or
This ball is floating in the air, much like a similar ball over water in an icy doom.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like
What did we do?
over trouble.
I'm wanting to roll to remember what we did to if we did anything
I'm
to
sorry.
neutralize
The
it.
player can choose to remember what they did that session.
I'm fucked.
I don't remember what we did. That's why I'm wanting to roll because Tio would know.
Nope. You don't want to keep the notes? That's up to you.
I do have notes. They're not with me. I'm at the beach.
You want to rub that in our faces? That's also up to you. That's fine. God, this combat went perfectly for the party. As bad as it could have been. Woof!
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna I don't want to waste an action.
I mean, it was played pretty smart too so far.
Hold on. How do you pat your back? Wait, there you go. Pat your own back. I can do it too. All right.
I'm gonna just keep holding the action.
I assume it's the same action you've been holding? Okay, Jesse?
And that accounts for Gislin as well.
You cannot account for Gislin's choices.
Yes, I can, because the choices that she makes depend on my choices depend on her choices. So if she attacks, I'm going to be firing Sacred Flame at whatever she's attacking.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to see it, but that's fine.
That's it.
Jesse.
I will continue to hold my same action.
Melange.
Melange.
Okay. Let me increment something on this guy's thing. And spawn move. Spawn is as far away as the spawn can
He's just
get.
like doing the walking animation against the wall.
And Gislin.
I will extinguish this torch. And then I will 20, 25. If I go there.
Get your stuff ready already now, TOA. I know you're going to take forever otherwise.
I am going now
Jesse, this is
at
something.
advantage to attack the vampire spawn. Oh, no, wait. I used my action to extinguish the torch. I am
You did.
not going to do that thing. I will stay there. I have enough move to move there.
Davros.
Gislin, kill something.
I turn and point my bow at cadavers. Was that inspiration or?
Yes.
It's hard to tell. Bumblebee tuna guy. Let's see. 1, 2, running over here. Run.
Run, Rudolph. All right, kids.
Okay, Aurelia. Okay.
I mean, I guess, are we moving forward? I guess we are.
A scale of 1 to don't die. Don't die.
Thank you.
1 being the lowest and not dying being the highest.
Yes.
Wait, what?
5.
5.
It's dark in here now, right? Because we put out all the torches.
There's a lot of light in this big room through this door. The whole entire room is lit up.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is lit up by 7 light sources currently inside.
Okay, so there's. Okay. 5. I guess I'll go 10, 15, 20. 25, and I will hold an attack. I guess if something comes within range of my sunbolt, I will.
Range of Sunbolt. Got it. TOA.
Okay, I couldn't see anything happen, so I am gonna get a little closer.
Okay. Something's in range of your Sunbolt. Oh,
Is
no,
it
it's
Tio?
It's Tio.
I am not going to attack Tio with my sunbolt.
I can't see anything other than them, so I'm going to I don't want to leave them alone. I'm gonna stay here because he wouldn't leave them alone.
Yeah.
Still holding. I'm still
Jesse.
holding.
Jesse, are you muted? Are
Jesse
you
is
verklempt?
coughing.
I was muted. Yes. Then I had to cough.
Nothing?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on because I can't see. No more.
You can see that there's light coming from this direction.
No, I cannot.
Not until you move slightly.
Oh.
There's an entire wall stopping Jesse from seeing anything. If you were to step
so-
one toward the middle of the hallway, you'll find that TOA is in the space next to you.
Just eats TOA.
All right.
Jesse's action
Finally.
is to snarl like a dog.
All
Now, moving there, you should now see stuff to the south.
I see light. I don't see stuff.
Yeah, well, there's things that are lit. The stuff being things, not people or objects. Okay, you're about to bump into Aurelia if you continue south.
So I can't move there? Is that
Unless
Mhm.
Aurelia lets you,
Yes.
but how much
I literally
What
can't see
space do you have
Aurelia,
left?
so I have 40 and I've only moved 15. So wait,
One,
is
two,
Aurelia
three,
right in
four.
front of me?
You've moved 20. That's a hard corner. You can't
okay.
diagonal through.
All right, 20 then. So half. I literally can't see Aurelia if she's
I
standing.
see her
in front
about
of
to
me.
run into me.
How is that possible?
Well, you're right next to me. You're trying to walk
What madness
directly
is
towards
this?
me.
No, I mean,
Madness, I tell
how
you.
is it possible that I can't see her if I have light in this room?
You don't have light in the room you're in. You have light in the room you're walking toward. But in the hallway that you're in, there's no light, and you're about to bump into somebody who's crouching tiger, hidden dragon right now with their readied actions.
All right, well then I'll just stop right here and I will hold my melange action.
You got it. Okay. Bloop. One more increment for this guy. Okay, Cadaverous, according to you, you think you only have 3 rounds left. Spawn can't move any further. It's just doing bumpy bump action in the corner over there. Gislin.
All right. Am I in enough darkness to be advantage at the moment on the beholder?
On the beholder? Let's take a look.
Am I in the dark?
Yes, the beholder cannot see you.
All right. Here we go. Advantage, sharpshooter, longbow at the beholder.
Perfect.
I'm guessing
22 is bypassing its thick hide.
All right, I will
Beautiful.
hunter's mark and then sneak attack as well. So it's 1131 on that.
It is destroyed.
Oh, ally for Delia. I will bonus action move
This was
my...
a hard mob to face when you were much lower in level, but
Yeah.
the amount of damage you guys do, this isn't that bad.
It's
You just
CR, what,
left it
5?
alone. Yeah, it's like a 5.
It seemed so scary anyway.
It was
Um,
amazing.
It was
All right.
scary because it's part of a group of CR5s, and then one bigger guy.
Bonus action move my hunter's mark to the vampire spawn.
Gotcha. Check.
And we are going to do same shot against
Hey,
him.
how long does that
1 minute.
No, the duration on cutting words, or not cutting words.
Vicious mockery? It's like 1
That's
turn.
it. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that. So
Wait, hold on. Let me check. Is it 1 turn or is it just the next attack? It's probably 1 turn.
it's
I'm gonna-
probably
I'm gonna
1
click
turn,
on that.
but you verify that. I've already removed it. You let me know if I'm wrong.
It is crit,
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's next turn.
Okay. Okay.
crit on vampire. And 2 hunter's marks. Gross. Should be another one coming. Oh, they're
Did
both
you just
ones.
roll 2 ones? God.
Yeah.
So 23.
It's 21, 22, 23. 23 on a crit. That's gross. Okay. And I will take.
Oh, it is Hunter Mark. I didn't mean to move that. I meant to move this one.
I will stay where I am.
Okay. Cadaverous. You watch as the darkness is everywhere, and go ahead.
Cadaverous is going to shuffle over and
Sorry, someone's in the
Sure.
next square.
share to you.
Yes,
Light up Aurelia for me.
I can't until
without
I-
permission. Just do it.
Just do it.
I will.
Excellent. Cadaverous is. I'm gonna message you tomorrow.
Oh, what is this secrecy?
Just wanted to be a secret, okay?
Okay. I've seen your message. And the trigger, I assume, is when there's light on
Yes.
Aurelia.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So, for those in the vicinity, Cadaverous is casting a spell. The Beholder's turn.
Actually,
Let
can
me
I
just go ahead and
can I
remove
can I
Beholder.
change that? Can I change that trigger really quick, or add a thing onto it?
Depends, because if it's a drastic change, no. But go on.
Okay. All right. Fuck. So this door is 10 feet, right?
It is. You watch the Beholder squeeze through it,
Okay.
or somebody watched the Beholder squeeze
And
through
then
it.
it's fine. It should be fine. It should be fine. Okay.
Okay, as long as you're not huge and you're only large, you can get
Wait.
through there.
Oh, holding.
Well, you can squeeze one size smaller
I
than
know.
your.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fine. It's a 10-foot. It's just big enough. Yep.
Okay. All right. Go on.
Bloop.
Carry on.
Aurelia! Nothing
Yes.
came in, but you have a funny feeling that the illumination is coming. You're like, here I am, crouched in the dark, ready to go. Jesse, knock it off. Why is TOA looking at me?
Jesse just keeps tapping me on the shoulder. I guess.
Yet.
I would imagine that's more like a whap.
Yeah, it's like,
Wow.
do you see anything? I don't know what they're planning, so I'm just going to keep holding a sunvolt.
Okay. TOA.
For Cadaver's extremely strange request, I'm gonna dart over to Aurelia. I'm trying to dart over to Aurelia, and I'm gonna tap her on the hand or arm, whatever's closest, and I'm gonna say, "You can do it. Whatever it is, I don't know what, but you can do it." And I'm gonna cast light on her.
Aurelia, just stay calm. Cadaverous is gonna turn Aurelia into a giant ape.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
And the last words out of her human mouth are, "I am not calm."
So, you link the spell.
I will link the spell.
Gosh.
Does the player willingly fail?
Yes, I
wisdom
will.
saving. Go ahead and move the ape over on
You
there.
failed to
I'll let
resist.
Dora have some of the rights.
I will move the ape over.
This is the plan of the
Oh, God.
apes.
Okie dokie.
Wow, Gislin just got crushed. I hope you feel remorse.
I feel no remorse.
Does Aurelia ape look different from Cadaver's ape?
A little bit smaller.
Is she less grizzled? Is she a blonde ape?
A blape?
With pointy ears?
Like an ape, but she has to keep pushing her fringe out of her face.
No, she looks like one of those wildly femininized apes, like from Donkey
With
Kong.
Like a little like
With the
lipstick.
boobs.
Yeah,
You
the
mean
really
Dixie
long
Kong?
eyelashes.
And she looks really disgruntled for like 3 seconds.
So, does Monkey have light now?
A glowing
It's a
ape,
giant glowing monkey.
All right.
which should produce an intimidation check from all of the... a wisdom saving throw.
Gislin, who just spent, a quarter of a minute extinguishing
The time of
torches,
shadows
is now
is
standing next to a
done.
giant glowing fucking ape.
Now, I've given
Age
the
of
ape.
Shadows is done.
We're gonna leave Aurelia where Aurelia is. I've given the ape, given Aurelia the rights to move the ape. The 20-foot bright light is being happening now. 20-foot dim light is happening now. It now has vision as well. Save.
Woo.
Actually, Aurelia, I'm going to delete your token because it doesn't need to be here for now.
Well, but that's gonna lose me my
That's
initiative.
gonna be your initiative. I'm gonna move you way up here so it doesn't affect it.
Okay.
But I'll put a little mark here to where you were.
I'm in the wall.
Only you could flurry of blows as an ape.
If only.
Okay. Boom!
Wait, she
shake,
can.
shake that room.
You can use class abilities, can't you?
No.
No, I don't think so.
There's new.
At least Timur's never let me, so.
No.
Target game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. Assumes the hit points of its new form.
Mental stuff goes away?
Mental stuff goes away.
Oh man, we were allowing that ape to do all sorts of helpful things last time.
But Flurry of Blows is physical.
Yeah, she doesn't
The
have
creature is
I'm not
limited
making it-
in
I'm
the
not making
actions
it
it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech. It can't activate, use, wield, or otherwise benefit from any of its equipment. You know, it actually
There's no way that
doesn't say that I can't use
you don't
keyboard.
have the intelligence to understand the differences and what you need to do to pull off
Yeah.
flurry of ape blows.
That's fine.
So, TOA,
But if you put on,
doesn't
wait,
technically say.
Timur, you're on a slippery slope here, because what you're implying is that if you got a Helm of Intellect, and you put it on the ape, it would be smart enough to know
but then
what
it
to
wouldn't
do.
have the wisdom.
The creature can't activate, use,
No.
wield, or otherwise benefit from any of its equipment.
Correct.
No, but you put it on after.
All right, so no, it just doesn't. TOA, it is still technically your turn. TOA.
Gosh, I used my action, so I'm done.
Okay, Jesse.
Yeah. I was like, it's already my turn again, but then I remembered that I hadn't finished. my
What
turn.
a spectacle of a giant ape, which is so big that you don't have to ask to go through its spaces because it's just big enough to walk through and around and under.
It's monkey mental in more ways than one.
It is a monk,
Alright.
and it's a
It's a monk and it's a monkey.
yeah.
I don't have to ask.
And this is a
Classification.
concentration spell, right?
It is a concentration spell.
Concentration.
Nice.
5, 10, 15, 20. Hold my action. Melange. Keyword melange.
Hashtag melange.
The creature is no longer under the sway of the hypnotic pattern concentration spell.
Correct.
The creature is like, oh, that was annoying. So what can I do about it? Very, very little. It's too late to really be effective.
How has the tactical situation changed?
Too late to be effective. I might as well leave hell.
Yeah, I wish it could.
Can it see what's in the corridor right now? Does it have sight?
No. I mean, it does have sight, but it doesn't have sight of in the corridor.
That's what I mean.
It's like off to the left of it over here.
It's gonna go and peek its head around. Oh dear.
That's a big monkey.
Oh, make no mistake. It can see to this corner here, and you're in that square ape. So it will indeed take up a what is coming, oh dear God, position.
There are no gods in.
There are
God
no
can't-
gods that are
God
only
can't
us.
save you now.
It'll take
It's
a
this monkey town, baby.
shot against you there. It has multi-attack, so it's going to take 2 shots against Aurelia's new armor class, which is what?
12.
48.
I'm going to give you superior cover as it is shooting through a wall and hitting a very small portion of you. But
That's plus 5.
+5, yes.
17.
The first one hits
Oh,
for 9 points of damage. You could use the
Counted 4.
See that? The second one misses, and he is done. The vampire spawn's turn. He will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy schmoly! Oh, can regenerate at least a little bit. And go. He'll double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gislin.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I can see the vampire spawn. I will shoot at the vampire spawn. No longer at advantage. Because giant glowing ape. Oh, this means I don't get sneak attack either. God, I hate you guys so much.
I am
Why is the...
mildly confident that the ape is actually not lit up, because the form is like. I'm pretty sure the light would disappear along with
The
it.
magical effect would need to be suppressed by an invalid target. The target
That-
remains valid.
First shot does not hit.
It does not. Is there anyone along your path? Nobody's along your path, even Jesse. So
22.
yeah. His Gislin kills Jesse.
And only 28 damage on that one shot.
Okay, I've accounted for that.
And
Ouch.
so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which should render me invisible again if
Oof,
the
this
light
is a
goes
hell of a
out.
combat. Hell of a combat. Gislin is done. Cadaverous.
Travis will remain where he is.
Ready?
Tio, please,
Aurelia.
please make the monkey not glow.
I'm
Okay.
getting mixed signals.
Monkey got shot. Monkey mad.
Monkey doesn't get to speak like that because monkeys don't speak like that.
So 5. Squeeze.
You mine
squeezing-
everything.
Does squeezing go? Does it limit my movement?
No, as long as you're able to continue your movement through the squeezed space, it doesn't slow you down so much.
So 5, 10, 15. What is my speed? 40.
Oh, I don't have vision for the
20.
monkey. This sucks. I can't see what the monkey's doing.
20. What is going on here? Does this seem like it's steppable?
That is a black liquid.
Black liquid, so not
You-
steppable. But I just
you
say I
can
gone.
maybe start making out from your perspective. There's a small staircase going into it.
I'm a monkey.
I understand that.
What's a
I'm s-
staircase?
I'm just describing what you see. You
Okay.
have geometric shapes going into liquid.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, can't get to who I want to hit, but I'll hit this one instead.
It's a bad day to be. in
This one
hell.
would like you to reconsider.
Okay, unfortunate. I can make 2 fist attacks. Here comes the first one.
I'm a child. I'm sorry.
Go.
27.
There it is.
Gosh.
Ooh.
There it is.
28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now
My
this is not
gosh.
magical damage, so
It's not magical damage.
it does seem kind of resistant to it. Still hurts a lot.
Okay. Second one. 26.
My goodness.
24 points of
You
bludgeoning
could just turn around and flatten cadavers for anything. I'm just kidding. No, please don't do that.
I'd kill creator.
Okay.
Be away.
So,
If
Okay.
Cadaverous becomes an evil wizard,
I
he's
assume.
just creating monkeys.
And they're all gonna kill him. They're all gonna kill him. He's gonna true polymorph all these
This
people.
is
and they're gonna hate him.
ridiculous. Tia.
Okay, I'm moving forward a little bit. That's 10 feet. Whoa. 15 feet. Oh my gosh, that thing's scary looking. I don't want it to look at me. I was told to dispel light by Gislin, and I listened to Gislin as an authority.
It doesn't matter
going-
now. The monkey's already in the light.
It's a free action to stop
It's free
blowing up the
regardless.
monkey.
Like it's just really bad to have a giant glowing ape walking around like that.
All right, the ape is
so
no
I'm-
longer glowing.
Taking it out. I'm on. I don't like this feeling of it like, coming over here. But I'm.
What if the ape turns into a vampire?
going to.
Wait.
Should I sacred flame this?
Follow
Gislin,
your
do I-
heart, Tio.
Do I hit him?
Follow your
Okay,
heart.
and then he's gonna sacred flame the vampire ancestor.
Wisdom saving throw.
Vamp session.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw.
Use a good damage roll.
Archer makes me think plus the dex. There it is.
Only +2
Shoot.
though.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna move immediately out of its line of sight.
It's actually more of a swordsman, but I was going to use it for the archery. You've moved. Fantastic,
I'm
Jesse.
done.
Jesse goes. All of the light is in the room that you're not in,
Yep.
but you're very close to the door. You can't go. Yeah, there you go. That's one. Nope. You. Yes, you can go from there. Two.
Oh boy.
Just to correct myself, if you wanted to, you could have gone diagonal to this one as a one, because this is a larger doorway.
So it was
you-
5 foot in movement.
If you
Keep
wanted to
content.
be, it's 5 foot to right there.
Oh, okay. Well, it would still be the same.
Okay.
This is probably like the biggest mistake ever.
At least you accept it before you do it.
If you kill both
But-
of them, it's not a mistake.
Plus the monkey. Giant monster.
Bingo.
I like how we all say monkey when it's a name.
Monkey's a way more fun word.
It's a
Yeah,
fun word.
fuck that. Melange! I can't do it.
Amazing.
Holly, I'm so proud of you.
Bloop.
You resisted the urge.
1, 2, 3,
I don't know what's wrong with
4. Oop. Why did the monkey become? I'm gonna send that one to the back.
Back of the line, monkey.
5.
Monkey do
Does the
dank.
monkey have reach?
Yes.
Does the monkey
6.
have reach?
So
Oh, it does
moving
have
there
reach,
doesn't
yes, 10.
provoke from the monkey.
It doesn't.
Okay. New round. Vampire spawn. Slight regeneration to make up for some monkey. Oh, nope.
Gosh, it's right there. Ah.
The vampire is going to try to claw attack you, monkey.
Right on.
I'm gonna try and grapple.
Am I taking the 9 points of slashing damage?
Yes, you are not. No, it will try to go for biting because it needs hit points back.
Can you grapple something that's that much bigger than you?
That's a good question. So let me go quick bring up the
I don't remember what the grappling rules are off the top of my head.
It's just like hugging your leg.
It must be no more than one size category larger than you. So it cannot. So it slashes you for 9 points of
slashing.
damage. That's a good point, though. Thank you for bringing that up. And then the
Ultimate counter.
Being too big.
the second claw because it has 2.
Who would have thought that giant
Does-
apes are above
Does
vampires?
a
in the
9
food-
not hit you? Or is the ape actually at a 9 or something?
No, it's a 12.
So it misses. Gislin, go ahead.
Hi, new archer guy. I am finally back in the darkness.
There can only be one.
I will start firing at him. That will probably hit him, I'm guessing.
It will.
We haven't shot at him yet, so. That he's not hunter's marked. Do I want to? I won't be greedy. I'll get a sneak attack on this. Alright, so 30 on the first shot. Second shot coming. And another 19 for that, so 49 total. Oh, I keep forgetting to use my poison arrows. Someday. One day I'll fly again. That'll end my turn. I'm just gonna assume that the monkey's gonna be fine.
Everest.
Cadaverous will hold his position and maintain the safety of the monkey.
Monkey Relia.
Smash. Let's get rid of the vampire spawn.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Oh, only 17.
Oh, not the best roll. So let's see.
Not great.
8.
I counted.
Second one.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Is that a
That doesn't-
12?
that's a 12.
So
That doesn't
that's
hit.
a
It does not
miss.
hit.
Bad round.
Oh,
Bad
no.
monkey.
Bad
Well,
monkey.
it is 2-2 once. T-Way.
All right. This is the critical moment. I feel like I should do this, but it feels so bad. I'm going to. Yeah. I'll guidance Jessie. Because I know she's gonna just swing around the door. just.
Remember,
Just
it's
so you're
only
aware-
apply to ability checks, not
Yeah,
attack.
it doesn't
ability
apply to
checks.
attack.
I keep forgetting. Forget that.
It's not like Pocket Bless.
Pocket blows.
That I imagine that he would know that, and I just made a mistake. In that case, I will Sacred Flame. I'll step out right here, and I'll hit him with Sacred Flame. Hopefully, try it again. It almost hit him last time. Really solidly mediocre rolls.
It did not roll. It did not.
Nice.
Hey.
Sweet. Okay.
Every little bit helps.
And I'm gonna give him something else to hit just in case. I'll stand right here.
Jesse.
I will tip this hard corner cutter hit. What? No, it won't.
I was going to say what?
Just kidding. Psych!
Okay.
Ow.
You are now within melee range of it. It will take its held action.
Damn it, I knew it. Fucking motherfucker, bitch.
It is a longsword attack.
Oh God.
It is only a 23 to hit.
Bye.
Bye!
Strangely enough, the D8 does a tremendous lot more than the D10 version.
Huh.
But it was only using one hand, so D8.
Is Jessie
12.
dead or is she down?
Just
I'm
down.
unconscious.
Okay.
Jesse's down.
It's
Jesse's
fine.
turn is over. Sorry about that. 1, 2. It's gonna stand on Jesse just because of the gumption. And will attack you with multi-attack TOA. It's gonna use something called Call of Honor. Wonder if I can. I can. Oh shit! It's summon shit. Ah, I'm not gonna do this.
Swordwave warriors.
I'm going to stop that action, as I did
Thinks
not know
about
it was
it.
a daily, and I did not know it was summoning more creatures into the initiative. So, for balance sake, I'm just going to let it do longsword attacks against you. TOA, does a 9 hit you?
No.
This is one-handed. TOA, does a 23 hit you?
It does.
It is 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Is it in any way necrotic?
It is not. It is 12
Okay.
points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. And it will do this not knowing Gizlam's there, but wanting to prevent you from moving away from it,
Okay.
possibly toward the room. That would be its. Okay, so here's the question. We're running a little late. This combat could easily continue for a little bit or be over quickly, depending on how things go. How would the party like to proceed?
Good.
Good to continue.
I want to.
Alright.
I want to continue.
I'll
I
ask
think-
at the end of every round, just to make sure we're all still on the
I
same
can
page.
go. I can go a little bit further, but I do have work in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked, because people have obligations. So at the end of every round, if you guys feel it's time, let me know.
We can
Otherwise, let's
marathon
go.
like Critical Role is though. I'm
The
just kidding. We can't do that. Dora would
spawn.
literally perish.
There is the last episode is 7.5 hours long. Right?
Yeah.
Here's the attack. Boom.
Why
Spawn.
not just have two
Slash.
last episodes?
Monkey. Monkey does a 23 hit for 10.
Yes.
Monkey, an 18 hits for 9.
Accounted for.
It also got a little bit of regeneration to worry about last round, and that's that. Gislin,
Bonus action, disengage, moving.
don't have to. It doesn't see you.
It doesn't. I will still do it anyway. I will move to there, and I will do the longbow thing. Sharpshooter longbow. Firing one. One hit. Good damage. Put sneak attack on. And so that's 33 on that one. Another sharpshooter longbow on it. Crit.
There we go.
There's no extra dice though, really, so it's not going to be much. 21. It's not 100 mark, so yeah. So only 21 more there.
Got it. 21 more. 33, 21.
Done.
Davros.
Cadaverous is gonna peek around the corner. Just give up already. You're just in too deep. And
You don't have line of sight.
yes, I do.
Not on my screen, you don't.
That's where the light ends. It's 2 squares
Oh.
out there. You could probably see silhouetted against the light, though, technically.
Nope. The only person you can barely see silhouetted is TOA. Jesse, then TOA. There's no... It is definitely not in the light.
Okay, back here. Stay. Don't do anything.
Okay, Aurelia.
Yoki. Smash time.
Super Smash Brothers.
God.
Oh no! It is a hit.
15.
Though. 15 hits.
Oh.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk on the head. 19.
Okay.
Vampire spawn still up.
Oh yeah, it regenerated a little bit.
Yeah.
They have a lot of hit points.
20. Not
20
natural.
hits.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Oh, only 5 down after that. He'll
That
take
is-
that. This vampire might be okay.
It's
Like, I
okay.
can take this monkey. Let's go.
The fact you're tanking is good enough.
Alright, that's it.
TOA.
Big ol'
I
meat wagon.
Yeah.
am going to.
TOA.
There's a different ring to it than I've ever heard before.
Take your
Okay.
turn.
I'm going to again Sacred
Hurry
Flame.
up. You link it.
Are...
Good damage roll.
Hey, it's pretty good. Come
It
on.
doesn't care.
Ah,
These things are
Okay.
so good at rolling against you.
they really are. He just gets scared. Okay, and that's it.
It got hit last time. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Wait,
Jesse.
did it?
Death save number 1.
Death saving.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 20.
roll.
Natural 20.
Roll
Almost.
fine.
Yes.
Oh, that vampire needs to know that you're down so it can go over and feast.
Well, it's got a big monkey in the way, so.
It does. It can literally walk under you, though. You cannot stop its movement.
Yes, I know.
But it would go out of your range,
Sit,
so
monkey,
you could
sit.
pop it.
I could pop
Just
it.
kidding.
No, it would not go out of your range because it could do it from the diagonal because Jesse moved to the middle.
Oh,
But anyway, down to this guy. This guy's like, I don't like where those arrows are coming from, but I don't know where those arrows are coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and brandish my shield, dropping my longbow after a while, taking a free action to drop that, bring out the shield, and attack with a one-handed longbow.
It's an
Or a
action.
long
To,
sword.
it's an action to don a shield.
This is an action to don a shield? It's an action to draw a weapon? Or
No,
shields
it's
are
a-
separate?
Shields are in the equipment section. It's an action to don a shield.
Okay, then it would not do
Yeah.
the shield. It will drop the bow and go two-handed attack against you there, two-way.
Sorry to you.
It's okay.
Don't worry, it did not hit you.
The-
It hasn't.
Thank you.
How do you
Here's
The
the
die
side-
survive
actually
hell?
bounced
BTO?
up towards me when that rolled.
Here's the attack
Okay.
from number 2. Its second attempt is also it's all right.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's just god awful. And you guys were complaining. Okay. The spawn's turn. Spawn will regenerate. Ooh,
Vampire versus monkey pay-per-view action.
can't believe it's going this long, to be honest. The spawn will attack. I really wish it could bite you. Where are you willing? If you're willing, it
I'm
can
not
bite
willing.
you. I don't. Well, you're a monkey.
Wait.
You don't know.
It could try to persuade. The monkey has a very low wisdom, probably.
No,
It's like
its wisdom is okay. It
banana?
has a plus
Oh.
1.
Here's the attacks.
Banana for blood?
9 points of damage.
I'm
Oh,
convinced I'm
23?
nothing.
And 18 for only 5 more. So it also had a really low damage attack.
In a battle of futility, 2 ridiculous creatures smack each other around.
That could only be considered. Oh, and by the way, this is the brand new round. We're still good, yeah?
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
one more and then I gotta go.
I guess like
Same stuff.
same.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
good
With
night.
sneak
Good
attack, right?
night.
This will have
I
sneak attack.
can't
on it.
imagine
night,
it's gonna
sweet
live.
prince.
1 sneak attack and another sneak attack. So 20, 39 on that one.
It is gone.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I like how it gives you the snakes between everyone's sliding through.
And whatever. I can hit the monkey. That's not a big deal. Sharpshooter longbow against the other one, not an advantage.
Clearly?
13 probably doesn't hit.
Does not.
You are
In light.
bardic inspiration if you care about that.
I'll use it because it's going to go away. 20.
Hit.
And there's a hunter's mark. So 22 against it. We
I've
help.
accounted for that.
We
It is
helped
still
monkey.
Technically alive. Technically.
Remaining in place.
You done? You'd move. So cadaverous, nothing. Aurelia,
Bonk the
Bash.
vampire. Bonk
don't
the
miss a whole
vampire.
bunch.
Okay.
Oh,
It still
It
hits.
still hits.
that does not miss.
Good grief.
7.
7 is enough to kill it,
Okay, smash.
as it was at 5. And with a crack of thunder, as this one falls to the ground dead, slowly, this door in the southern area begins to open and crack open. And in a dramatic cutscene, a very strange, a very unusual looking room is revealed. There appears to be nobody opening the door. Dun, 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 dynamic loading layer.
Did you say we're out of initiative, or are we
You are
still?
out of rounds.
Okay, Tio's gonna drop down, kneel next to Josie, and stabilize her with Toll the Dead. Sorry.
No, that's canon.
You've been murdered by your cleric.
Truth is that finally they do know that you did kill.
It was chaotic evil the whole time.
I will goodberry Jesse.
Okay.
We should try and short rest here, guys.
Everybody is in the spots you are. Slowly in the southern area. I don't know if the light has able to reach it. If you can see it on the
I can
stream.
see it.
Can the stream see it? They
Yes,
can't.
you can see it.
But not,
I scrolled down.
not what I'm looking at. It
I
might be
just
slightly
moved
delayed.
down.
There it is. Okay.
That one
So
big
this sarcophagus begins to slowly open, and an evil, deep laughter, one that I wish I could do, like, but starts emanating and echoing out, and it looks like you have finally met the boss fight. This is where we'll end in this very moment. You'll have maybe one round before the Initiative is called for. I'll allow you guys to do some stabilizations and some healings and stuff, but you will have almost no time after that.
Okay, I would like to. Can we? I'm going to apply. So I can apply this. So I'm going to do it. So we have 7 rounds of monkey left.
Please put that on the monkey in some
I put
sort
it
of
on the monkey.
manner. Fantastic.
Hey, I have limited spell slots. Do you all want healing?
You sure it was only 3 rounds the monkey was attacking?
I think that might have. I think it might be 6 rounds now post monkey's turn, which was the last turn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I only made 3 rounds of attacks.
Yeah. So I think this is now 6 rounds left.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 1 round of free time that goes to 6, and then after that will be an initiative. So we'll be at 5 on the initiative. Yep.
Sure. Do you want me to put it at 5 now, just so we know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can
That
just
way we
we
know
can
we
just
have
go
to
up to the point of initiative probably.
So, we'll roll the initiatives next week because that'll
Okay,
be
that's
lots of
fine.
fun.
Yeah.
We don't get to know.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we made it out of that. When I accidentally saw all of those creatures, I was like, oh, I think I saw a beholder. And I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, hopefully that was just my imagination.
It wasn't.
Well,
One.
Oh gosh.
I only have
One.
1, so
I only saw one.
I'd
I
like
don't know
to
if there's more.
thank
Can I
all the
look?
players
One good berry.
for suffering through a marathon of combat here in this dungeon. It's been sessions. It's been a lot, and it's meant to be difficult so that when you finally do overcome it, there is that a sense of accomplishment. And by no means does that mean it's an automatic accomplishment. This could be something that ends or hurts a lot of people. We'll find out next week.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the role playing. I appreciate the people viewing. I appreciate Kevin for his one song called Dark Walk. It's been the one song for many weeks now. Thanks, Kev. Love your song. Just this one, though. I have nothing much more to say. Don't forget that Monday is Casey's game. We're going to go back to the next to the last page. And whatever it's called now. The epitaph?
no, it's still the last page.
Oh, it's still on the last. That's a big page. Yeah. So we'll do all that. Please check it out. I know other campaigns don't exist anymore. Sad times. And stuff. All right.
Shout out to Devil's Eldest for resubbing to 8 months. Woo!
Hell yeah.
That should be dead center. I must have moved this little
and
willy orb. There we go.
Also, Anon has resubbed now for 14 months. So thank
Holy
you,
schmoly.
Anon.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of months.
It's 14
That's
months.
a lot of nuts. Months.
Cool,
So,
cool. Yes, thank you for all of y'all's continued patronage. And you'll unlock your reward, which is the trying to
Sorry
think
about
of
that.
what that thing was that Tio said to Gislin about butter. There's art of that.
People are actually gonna go look for it.
It's yeah, search. It's on Kayla's Patreon.
You're gonna get horrible AI generated art of this.
Buttered up Gislin.
Yes, it's
Thank you,
how
actually.
her second marriage began.
Oh, she's been married so many times, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I think she hasn't been married ever. She seems like a.
No, literally told you at one point how many times she was married.
It was like 4, wasn't it?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
well, in a polygamy kind of.
It was all at once. It was,
Society.
We just assign numbers. Names are kind of so
Arbitrary.
blase.
Yeah.
cool.
I need
Well.
3 more.
That's all I got. See you all on Monday. Monday.
Monday.
Bye.
Let's move
Okay,
everybody to the
bye.
splash page now, so don't forget. Thank
Splish
you all.
splash, we were taking a page. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
It leaned back in my chair.
I always picture about like doing like this.
Nah, it's more like